well met. Welcome to the Westgate Irregulars. I am your Dungeon Master, Eric Scott DeB, and these are the Dungeon Scrawlers. Take it away, Aaron.
Hi, I'm Erin M. Evans. I am the author of the Brimstone Angels saga. I am also going to tell you about our sponsor. Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms is a strategy game that unites iconic Dungeons and Dragons characters from novels, campaigns, and popular shows into one epic adventure, including Frida and Havilar from the Brimstone Angels novels. The game is available for PC and Mac on Steam and web, Xbox One, PlayStation 4, Nintendo Switch, iPad, iPhone, and on all Android devices. For more information, check out idlechampions.com. And this Friday, Idle Champions is sponsoring, I'm forgetting the name all of a sudden.
Like
Founders and
Legends?
Legends and Founders, that's it. I keep wanting to say Founders. Game on the Realmsmith Twitch channel, where I will be playing Havilar, and there will be a lot of really great people portraying their characters from Idle Champions, and Satine Phoenix will be DMing, which is very exciting.
Awesome.
So check that out. I will retweet about it from the Dungeon Scholars account so that it will be easier for you to find because of lots of details. Anyway, that's that. Rhiannon.
Okay. I'm Rhiannon Held. I do my urban fantasy under Rhiannon Held, and all my other stuff, including space opera, is under RZ Held. And today I also have a cool little thing I will do a little bit now to pique your interest and then stay for more details just before the break. We are running a contest where you can get a short story with your character meeting the Westgate Irregulars. And the mods have a link, so they should be posting it for the rules about how you enter the contest, and then the various sort of stuff like it has to be an original character. It can't be like Elminster or somebody that you're asking me to write meeting the Westgate Irregulars. So check that out.
Oh my goodness, I can't wait to read about people's characters. So fun.
It's gonna be great.
Hi, I'm Yang Wang. I am a writer and a filmmaker.
Hi, I'm Emily Tank. I'm a writer and a game designer at Wizards of the Coast. Disclaimer, all thoughts and opinions expressed in this stream are my own and do not represent Wizards of the Coast.
Hi, I'm Stephen Merlino. I'm a fantasy author and a teacher.
Hi, I'm Randy. I'm a psychic gerbil interpreter.
Thank you for that, team. And we are excited to bring to you the next episode of our Westgate Irregulars campaign. We left off on a major cliffhanger, and Randy is going to tell us about what has gone before in Rogar's Recap. And I think this is a special edition of Rogar's Recap, which Randy's going to explain. So take it away, Randy.
It's Sorry, I'll put on the recap for the recap. So so this will probably be the last recap, or Rogar's Recap. Just, I think it's run its course, and as I think you'll probably agree when you see what I prepared. And then,
go out with a bang, huh?
Boy.
Or a whimper, one of the two.
Oh,
and then,
happier.
and I'll put that energy towards maybe like writing a Rogar novella or something like that. So, but we'll have lots of fun, creative things probably later in the show. As a group. All right, recap. Last time on Westgate Irregulars. So we battled an Astral Dreadnought. We were on a Githyanki pirate ship, which is way cool. And the ship slammed right into the Astral Dreadnought because the Gith were taking us on course to find Artemisia's house, Briar House, which Mirren had accidentally cast into another dimension to protect all the people inside, including Stong's adopted daughter Mirabelle.
Thanks, Mirren.
Oh, yeah. So epic battle, right? Stong, who apparently had been getting it on with Skerser, the Githyanki leader. He had to fight wearing barrel armor, which was pretty funny. Skerser herself was badass until she lost her arm, and her red dragon got swallowed by the Astral Dreadnought. Whoops. Most of the rest of us were casting spells until its eye emitted an anti-magic field, cheating. And then Sturge desperately took hold, apparently, of a cursed sword that we found left by some ancient elf dude on a stone dead god, as you do, of course. And he did some crazy cool acrobatic stuff, like they did the Colossus Wolverine throw me thing, and he jumped and he stabbed the Dreadnought in the eye, but then he got swallowed. Oh no! But then Cecilia was like, the Gith got hints from the Gith leader, and she's like, wait, the reason we crashed into Astral Dreadnought when we were on course for the house is maybe because the Dreadnought swallowed the house. Maybe, we don't know. So she's like, everybody, get inside the Dreadnought. And we're like, what? You crazy? And she's like, no, get inside the Dreadnought. So we're like, okay. So we all like either jumped in its mouth or teleported inside of it. And we're just hoping we're not all dead, basically. So we'll see how that goes. But I wanted to really quickly. So, you know, the Astral Dreadnought is a terrible creature. It's one of the worst, right? It's like massive. So I wanted to go over just a few of the coolest and deadliest monsters in D&D really quick that you might want to incorporate in your campaigns. So, of course, we'll start with the Astral Dreadnought. So the Astral Dreadnought, of course, is gargantuan. It's huge, and it has 297 hit points. And it has the anti-magic field and the pinchers and the bite. And actually, so these things were created by some like mad evil wizard dude, and to roam the astral plane and to with an insatiable hunger in order to stop travelers and people from coming into the planes seeking the secrets of the gods and stuff like that. So they're just these immortal, horrible beings. Now, last time, I forgot to set this up properly. So last time we were talking all about Pokemon all through the stream and like what Pokemon were our characters and other things. So
great suggestions, by the way, from chat.
They were some very good. You'll have to go back and check that out for sure. So I thought as I go through these horrible monsters, you might not realize that they actually evolved from lesser creatures. And much like Pokemon, you know, they end up really scary and huge and bad, but the things they originate from are often quite cute and wee. So anyway, so the Astral Dreadnought, well, this first one's controversial, but the Astral Dreadnought evolved from the Ashhole Despot. Boy. Created with an insatiable appetite for attention and approval, this behemoth also seeks to destroy foreign travelers and anyone outside his reality while having delusions of godhood. All right, we'll move on from that.
That's what the Astral Dreadnought. We went inside of that mouth.
Yeah.
Well, luckily it evolved into something a little less odious, just into mere Astral Dreadnought. Anyway, so
it's a great Dreadnought. It's the best Dreadnought. We've got the best Dreadnoughts here. Sorry. Anyway, huge, the biggest.
But actually, and again, it evolved from something actually quite wee and cute. So the Astral Dreadnought actually evolved from an Asiago Breadnought. You all remember this guy, right? Okay, so next really badass creature is Baphomet. Baphomet's this huge fiend. He's got 275 hit points. He's resistant, like most fiends from the Abyss and stuff. She's resistant to cold, fire, lightning, immune to non-magical damage, charm, exhaustion. Just, you know, you don't want to run across this guy in a dark alley, right? And Baphomet's an archdemon. What?
Stop giving the
Eric is taking notes.
Oh, great.
I'm scared.
Baphomet is an archdemon whose many names include the Prince of Beasts and the Horned King. He sees civilization as weakness and savagery as strength, and he's the Lord of the Minotaurs, who resides in a vast labyrinth of his own making called the Endless Maze, which is sitting like the 600th layer of the Abyss. So not only do you not want to run into him, but you don't want to be in his home. Even if he's throwing a great party, you probably don't want to be in the 600th level of the Abyss, right? So Baphomet came from a bafflement core. So this frustratingly baffled and uncertain breed of Minotaurs creates chaos and an endless labyrinth out of any choice. They don't, don't ask it what restaurant they want to go to or a movie they want to watch, let alone a question of any sort of like moral political significance, because, you know, you'll just be standing around for eternity. The good news is, you know, they're very easy to fight because they just, by the time they figure out what they want to do and who they want to attack, like you've killed them. So that's good. So Baphomet actually evolved ultimately from a baguette-apular. So you might be noticing a trend here too, you know.
We in bakery world, yeah.
Bogart, did you go off carbs or something?
So I might have been a little hungry when I came up with this concept.
Do you know how Pokemon work?
So
like this is accurate, right?
Yeah.
Right. And you wonder why this is the last recap. All right, so So my next one is not necessarily as powerful as all these other ones, but it's just a fun one, I think. And one of my favorite is Werebear. Werebear. They have 135 hit points, and their immunity is to non-magical weapons except for silver coated. But most importantly, like their bite, you can get infected with lycanthropy and turn into a werebear, which is pretty cool for like a role-playing like thing. So a fun thing to incorporate in your campaign just for that purpose, I think. And,
Eric, take notes.
Like a good Aye. So, and I think this is a no-brainer. A werebear obviously evolves from a
Thanks for
yeah.
nice.
Can infect you with their joy and love, which, you know, may not be as cool as werebear lycanthropy, but it's all right, I guess. Whatever. You know, joy and love. Yeah.
Question mark. Got it.
Yep. And of course, the werebear and care bear evolved from a were-camembert, who it's vulnerable to touch by silverware and infects you with its yumminess, and actually also pairs very nicely with the breadstick, the baguette pillar and the Dreadnought. So you know, if you want to create a powerful team in the arena or whatever, those are good combo.
Or in the market.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, the morning snack table.
Now, this is a very popular one, and for good reason. This is a very cool creature, but also very, very scary, and that is the Mind Flayer, also known as the Lithids.
Yeah,
they only have like 71 hit points, but they have like
that
these
one's already in my notes.
Oh no!
And weapon attacks and psionic attacks, and they cast a bunch of spells. I mean, they're all.
Oh, and they eat brains.
The last time I played Havilar at PAX, one of those grabbed my head, and I did almost nothing.
Oh no!
But she didn't die.
Oh no! So yeah, they're very bad. Yeah, so they grapple you with these things. It's like they're face huggers, and then if they reduce you to 0 hit points, they eat your brains, which is like wicked.
Yum.
And they obviously
like
usually shop.
Yes.
With a good Chianti. So they usually shop at like Hot Topic, obviously, but they also wear special illithid armor that's basically moist leather armor that like seals in the moisture for them, like because so they don't dry out.
Whoa.
And,
I did not know that. It's like they're wearing a plastic bag, like a Ziploc.
I don't think you want to know that either.
That's why they're always that, and they're always like weight training or whatever, always trying to get into weight for fighting. So illithids, and another cool thing about them is that may not know this, but they're from the future. So the illithids, like they had this massive world-spanning empire in the far, far future, but eventually it collapsed, and desperately they sacrificed a bunch of their people to fling some back in time and start conquering everything all over again. And that's so the Githyanki, whose ship we were on, absolutely hate them because they enslaved the Githyanki. The Duergar they enslaved and created, they have a really bad track record here. They're very wicked and evil people, not someone to invite to your party because they'll just eat your brain or enslave you. So a Mind Flayer comes. This is so bad. A Mind Flayer comes.
How are you going to turn it into bread? I'm so excited to see this. What bread snack is it?
So the second, that's one more evolution away. This is a quick one. The Mind Flayer comes from a Hind Flayer.
Oh my god!
So the Mix-a-Lot's songs will get stuck in your brain. So I thought that was a fair. And then the Mind Flayer and Hind Flayer.
I don't know what I was expecting, but it wasn't that.
I mean, the Pokemon world's got some creepy characters, but none so much as the Hind Player. I don't know if that would really mix so well with the kids.
Mixes a lot with the kids.
Oh,
if you just tuned in and thinking, what the hell am I watching? Don't worry, we're getting to the gaming. This is just my recap on the last one you'll ever see, so just stop. All right, so Mind Flayer and Hind Flayer obviously evolved from the Rind Layer. The Rind Layer provides a nice leathery armor to keep the moisture and creaminess inside the cheese, much like an illithid armor. And if it grapples a nice cracker or a bit of bread, it does corrupt it with its deliciousness. So you're probably seeing a theme here of I was very hungry when I created these. Okay. This next one's pretty quick.
Wait, Randy, real quick though. The Mind Flayer eats brains. What does the Hind Flayer eat?
I think
Where's
you can
the town
extrapolate.
crier?
Where's the town crier?
PG-13.
Just saying.
All right.
The answer is yes, exactly what you're thinking. Okay, moving on.
Exactly. Unless you roll a savings throw. All right, so this one, I just like the name. Fraz
Fuck that guy.
This bastard has 337 hit points. And he's got all the fiend immunities and everything. He's badass. Whereas Urblu is known as the Prince of Deception, though. He's due to his skill with illusion, and he's like this 18-foot tall giant demon. And he, so he'll either trick you into serving him or drive you mad with terrifying illusions. And he's also quite known for known in the Abyss likes him because he actually tricks and humiliates his fellow demon lords and such. So, but for obviously Fraz Urblu with a name like that can only have evolved from Fahakwa. So Fahakwa gods, for those of you who don't know, is a person who
Strong bad.
perpetually annoyed Strong Bad.
So good.
So come on, Fahakwa gods. Come on, Fahakwa
Such
gods.
a good series.
Everybody to the limit. Everybody to the limits and say, come on, Fahakwa gods. All right. So
nice, Aaron.
It had to be done.
It did.
Appealing to a very specific subset of our audience. Yes.
And so this is the last one. We're almost done. So, and I'll just say, this is the last one. There were a few runner-ups. There was Tiamat, of course, who obviously comes from Trogdor the Burninator. There was the Kraken, who came. So I was going to do Kraken, but I was going to do it. Came from the Karen, but then which is an equally like horrible monster. But then I was reading some stuff where the Karen meme may be like maybe potentially problematic, so I didn't want to perpetuate that if so. And then there was also like obviously everyone loves a Tarask, and that was going to come from a Terrortino and a Taquito, but we skipped those. So the last one, the winner is Demogorgon. Demogorgon. He's another huge fiend with 406 hit points. And all those immunities. Badass. Yeah, what? Oh,
Eric keeps holding up his notebook.
Oh, no.
I'm not writing anything.
Put him
for this
ideas.
one.
No, but you held it up like it's already in there.
Yeah, I did, didn't I?
Oh,
yeah,
no.
Well, no flayers of any level, please.
Right. So this archdemon is known as the Prince of Demons, master of the spiraling depths and embodiment of chaos, madness, and destruction, whose only purpose is to drive the world insane. In fact, just looking at Demogorgon can drive you in. Oh, sorry, folks, I didn't mean that. Too late. It's all right. We're all mad here anyway, right? So it's okay. And obviously, now this is a bit more of a high concept, but Demogorgon. So, well, Demogorgon creates mad dreams. I think, we all have our mad dreams that we pursue, and no matter how mad they may seem. And but big dreams are rarely easy, right? So anyone who's tried to be a writer or an artist or an actor or a dancer or a singer or a game designer, you know that it's a constant vicious cycle of like rejection and just submitting demos and queries and auditions and always being rejected.
Nobody cares.
It's an
Nobody cares.
unexpectedly somber Rogar's recap.
So this,
Too
the
real,
Demogorgon evolved out of the Demo Forgone. So this is the work of this little evil bugger is to convince you that the failure of your demo is foregone. And that sends you into the spiraling depths, and he tries to kill your dreams, but don't let it, okay? The key proficiencies you need to defeat this little monster are perseverance, practice, and acceptance of constructive criticism. So work on strengthening those, and you will continue to level up. I promise you. Just stay with it. In the words of that immortal dwarven sage, Stephen Perry, I believe it was, don't stop believing. All right. So, and then the demo Forgone evolved, and this was unnecessary, but I thought it would be cute anyway, a query letter. So, monster.
Yeah. I like that
he
one.
seems cute and shiny, but he's
Little
actually one of the
rainbow
most
E.
feared basic monsters for many writers. But
real.
don't be intimidated. Plenty of trainers online to help you, and the number one reason your query letter's never accepted is you never send it. So, and also the reason I did this is because I wanted to make a queer E, and I just But
Wait,
there
but
you go.
Does that monster lick and seal itself?
It does. It's amazing.
I
See?
noticed it had a little tongue.
So there you go. Now you've visited some of the most horrific monsters of the realm and know where they come from. And with that, we will conclude the final, probably ever, Rogars recap. And back to you, omniscient narrator. God.
Yay!
Thank you for that,
your-
Randy.
Well
and
done.
thank you for all your work so far.
Absolutely.
We'll be introducing new concepts as we go forward. Since we've done 25 of these now, we're giving Randy a break. So, all right. When last we left off, the party had decided to, leap into the jaws of the monster, which is it's a little used strat, really. Like that's not a tactic that many people employ. However, they had good reason to do so, and we are now going to find out if those reasons paid off.
This is the best reason we had.
One caveat. I apologize in advance. My internet has been hating me this last week or so. So if I ever cut out or just freeze or make some weird face and just stick that way for a while, Aaron's in charge. So
I'm just gonna start talking.
I thought you were going
Okay.
to say, I apologize in advance. One of you is going to die this episode.
Whoa. Roll the dice. Let's figure out who.
I wouldn't apologize for that. What are you talking about? Okay, so the first one to come into the darkness is Sturge. Sturge, you cough yourself awake and find yourself in a large, a vast stone chamber. The ceiling is disappears into darkness above you. It spirals out in all directions. You are basically lying on a pile of bones and metal and weapons and several Githyanki bodies, in fact.
Wow. Fresh ones?
Yeah. Yeah, you roll over and put your hand down and it goes into a Githyanki's torso.
You want to make like a Githyanki sandwich or something? Why are you asking?
Oh.
And then you look over and you find yourself nose to nose with one of the dead Githyanki who is staring at you in horror.
Oh, well, he's going to wipe his hand on that Githyanki and say, sorry, I'm sure you won't mind. And then he's going to stand and look around. He's basically standing on a limitless stone floor.
It seems so. Can you see in the dark in some way?
Yes, because he's summoning a bonfire.
Okay. What had been happening is there's a faint purple illumination around you,
Okay.
which allowed you to see like 5 feet or so.
Oh,
It-
okay. So I have no
you
idea
realize-
the vastness, really.
Right. Okay. You summon this bonfire and it just bursts into flame in the middle of the chamber. You see this pile of bodies, which is not limited to the Githyanki that the creature has been eating in the last few moments, but untold numbers of creatures. Like
Huh.
you're on a mountain of corpses.
Which means I need to cast Detect Magic and scan them. I mean,
Right.
why wouldn't you do that if you were
Right, of
standing on a
course.
mountain of fallen foes? He's not going to spend a lot of time gathering things, but just enough time to gather the magical things, and then he's going to look around.
Something comes out of the darkness above you, and it is part of a Githyanki body. Like most of the torso and like the core, but like not the legs and not one arm. And it, make a dexterity saving.
Dodge the partial corpse.
Okay, so this is what an astral creature's belly is like. I've always wanted to know. 13.
13. It smacks into you and knocks you off the hill. You go
Ah!
tumbling down.
Oh,
Okay, I'll
In
just
the
do a
process,
roll a con save to see if I keep concentration on my detect magic.
yeah, you take 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
holy cow.
Biff!
Oh! Oh,
Oh,
Like
okay, I'm gonna.
bones grind into you, and you're pretty sure
Oh,
you slam
geez.
into like a mace or a hammer or something.
Oh God, this is uncomfortable.
And then you land at the bottom, and the thing is on top of you, and you realize that you were face to face with the Kithrak of the Githyanki ship,
Kithrak.
Scaresair,
Oh,
the captain.
Oh,
The lady you
Pulse?
told us was getting us donuts.
my boo, Stong's boo.
Pulse.
Oh no, she is definitely dead.
Oh.
She's like in half, right? Isn't she?
Well, she's missing most of the lower part of her body.
I've taken worse.
What? When? When?
And one of her arms.
oh.
Oh God. Okay. Before I start the long process of prestidigitation, I'm going to get out of the way.
Yeah, you're spattered with blood all
Oh,
over you.
George
I'm-
did not put points into empathy.
And
No.
you are covered all over in dust.
Just remember, he has a way with people, right?
As you're pushing the corpse off,
okay.
you hear the fluttering of wings, and a winged creature appears out of the darkness in your direction. You left the flame up on the mountain, right? So you see movement through that bit of light, and then this creature appears. And before she slams into you, she unfurls her wings and pulls herself up short, and it's Caleb.
It's a good idea not to stand there.
And she is flapping and holding herself up in there. So she is not standing there.
Yeah, other things have been falling. I look at me. I'm covered with filth. That's because filth fell on me from the sky. Just moved aside and you'll be fine. I'm really glad to see you, by the way. Thank you for coming. How did you get here?
I flew
You just
in to a
The-
mouth.
the mouth. Ah,
So feathers are kind of like flying off her wings as she's flapping there. And
So,
Caleb, you realize your wings are starting to really, really hurt.
Maybe I'll stop flying for a bit.
Yeah, like extreme muscle fatigue. So yeah, you set down.
Wait, we're not in. This is a different plane. How am I still? How was I still flying?
Well, you were mostly falling.
When you
You
said
were
flying, I got
dive
really
bombing.
excited.
Falling with style.
so did you intentionally get here, or like me, were you snapped up?
Cecilia was saying something about jumping into the mouth, so I did. Um,
So you're listening to Sturgis' question, and you're starting to converse with him, and all of a sudden your shoulder starts burning with pain.
Oh no.
Not just the strain on your wings, like that was making your shoulders hurt, but this is a more localized stabbing pain, like many tiny blades stabbing into you
Are you okay?
underneath that
gonna-
the black leather that you're wearing.
I guess she's gonna just peel off the bit of armor so she can.
Okay,
see
so you
what's
start unbuckling.
I'll help her.
All right. Stong,
Yes.
you tumble down onto a pile of corpses. Make a reflex saving throw, please.
That would be Stong.
Yeah, Stong.
Reflex save.
on. Everyone else should be coming soon too.
It's gonna be a 10.
Thank goodness.
Ah, okay. You tumble right into a bonfire on top of this mountain of corpses.
Oh, ow, 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 ow.
Stong, best friend, come to rescue me. Thank you.
And then start tumbling down the mountain.
Oh, I thought that felt like Sturge's bonfire. Oh! All right.
Yes, unfortunately, you took a certain amount of fire damage.
I see.
Fire damage. Oh.
Okay. Wow. Sturge.
And then you tumble down, taking a further 4 bludgeoning damage as you make your way down the mountain.
I'll move I'll cancel the bonfire and move it to where we are standing below.
Okay.
Does it catch me again?
Stong comes sliding down next to you too. And Sturge, you're helping Stong up. Kalis, you're still unbuckling your armor. And now darkness has fallen because the bonfire is no longer burning. There's a faint purpley glow, and you realize that it's coming from something on Sturge's person.
There's what?
A faint
glowing.
purple glow.
Stong points at it.
Yeah, it is purple flame-like light leaking out around the scabbard of the sword at his belt.
I will draw it a little.
Yep, the blade is burning with purple light.
Oh, that's my favorite color.
And
How did it know?
And
So
bright light then surrounds you, and in that purple light, Caliph, you pull off your shoulder armor there, and you see something moving under your skin, like crawling toward your head.
Oh,
Holy
no.
Mikey.
Well, that's not
I'm
good.
so glad I'm not there.
Caliph, do you see that?
No.
You
No.
Ask Caliph a question like that.
No. I don't see
Caliph,
anything.
make a strength saving throw, please.
Oh
Who?
my goodness.
Wait, Caleb?
You.
Yes, you. Or you can make a Constitution save if you want. Either of those, strength or Constitution.
Wait, I lost my dice. Oh, I got lost it again.
Oh no, she lost it. She must have
Alright,
just
18.
made the saving
18,
throw.
okay. You managed to keep your feet, and you're looking at this horrifying thing, like an insect under your skin crawling
Oh,
toward
God.
your head.
Oh,
Is it, how fast is it
Fly larva.
moving?
would you like us?
Faster than you would like.
Would you like us to do something about that?
On fire this now.
How about Mr. Whippy? A little more surgical.
Do it.
Okay, I'm going to Mr.
Wait.
Whippy.
Wait.
Specify
Let me-
Mr. Whippy
Whips
is
out
your,
Mr. Whippy.
is
Wait,
your rapier.
let me
Let's
enhance
make
you
sure that's
first.
clear.
let me enhance you first.
Okay.
I think this is going to be like a dexterity thing. So
Yeah.
Stong is going to cast Cat's Grace on Sturge.
Very nice. So
All right,
he's gonna.
let's just take a moment
So-
before anything actually happens. What is this? Like,
I don't. We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out.
Caliph, you succeeded on your save, so you were able to tell me how you are reacting to this horrible thing. Are you standing there calmly? Are you starting to panic? What's going on? Yourself in this situation.
she's starting to panic a little. Like she's starting to have trouble breathing. It's just like this
Sturge
is
is now going to stab you with this sword.
it's freaking me out. Just
Okay, so I'm gonna
Stong is ready to
stab
heal
it,
you.
Get it out. Get it over with. Do
Okay.
whatever you need to do.
put my finger on either side of it to keep it from going any farther under her skin, and then Mr. Whippy's gonna go straight up to it and just go right into
So-
whatever that thing is that's in there.
This little talon bursts out of her skin and clamps onto your finger.
Got it, grab it.
No.
I'm just gonna take.
Grossest midwife ever.
1 point of piercing damage to Sturge.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. And
You just
Make a
take it.
dexterity check.
Oh, good. Guessed correctly. Phew.
You do not you have disadvantage because you were startled by that thing, but the enhancement gave you advantage, so it cancels out and just becomes a flat check.
okay. And
Good luck.
can I stab it?
Yeah, make a dexterity check. Like I said,
Oh, not an attack.
not an attack.
14.
14. Okay, you managed to cut through and you stab the thing. You also deal 5 points of damage to Caliph.
Sorry. We'll fix that later.
Is it out yet? Is it out yet?
Caliph, your maximum hit points have also been reduced by 10.
Whoa.
10.
Can I flick the thing out?
And the thing comes out impaled on Mr. Whippy.
Ah,
And you drag it out of Caliph. It's like a
How do I make my headphones turn off?
It looks sort of like a salamander or a frog, sort of, and it has bright red scales.
What is
And-
it? Where did that come from?
Does it look familiar to Stong or Sturge?
Make an Arcana check.
Is it dead?
It starts
No.
on the end of the sword. It is
15.
not dead.
15 for Arcana.
15. That looks a lot like one of the slod that you encountered in Limbo.
Stong points at it and goes, Caleth, I think one of those slod creatures that we fought earlier got into you somehow.
Okay.
Is staring at her wounded shoulder.
Help me
Blood
contain
is starting
this
to
thing
leak
so it
down.
doesn't get away. Don't let it get away. Help me contain it.
The
somehow.
thing springs off of Sturge's sword and scampers off into the darkness.
Burning hand.
Ah, no!
Oh, God.
I want to kill it.
I really
Burning
want to turn
hand.
around now.
Yeah, you
Okay.
want to
This is
kill
the
it?
Astral Sea.
So Sturge is like, here we go. And then Kayla's like, I got it. This wash of fire just spreads out into the dark.
Just gonna keep it there maybe several seconds longer than strictly necessary.
Okay. It illumines this great, huge cavern of stone that extends hundreds of feet out from you and then ends in darkness. You don't see the walls or the ceiling.
Caliph, how did that thing get in you? What happened?
I mean, whenever we were all fighting, I got bit, but then nothing happened. I thought it was just a bite. I thought it would, it itched a little, but that was it.
On your shoulder? Did you get bit on your shoulder?
Yeah.
So Stong is
Above
good.
you suddenly you hear the sound of screaming.
Huh?
You're pretty sure it's two different voices. Maybe it's just one voice.
Is it dwarvish
Set-
screaming?
It's unclear. But in a second, Artemisia and Rogar smash into the mountain of corpses.
Oh,
Everyone
knew
clap.
she was
Start
gonna end up
rolling
on
down.
there.
I'm going to need each of you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
sigh.
I was giving a very strong scream.
Oh, I wasted a 20. on
Very
Jack,
masculine
so
scream.
22.
Artemisia, you managed to catch yourself on the pile of corpses. Maybe Rogar kind of like fell on you and halted your momentum and then sprang off. What did you get, Randy?
Wolfish gray.
I got a 13.
Okay, and he tumbled a little bit, but still managed to catch himself on the mountain. So you are on now a mountain of corpses.
With
Some of them are
like,
skeletons,
guts
some of them
and-
are fresh, some of them are not.
decomposing as well as bloody.
Oh yeah, you're spattered all over with blood.
Oh,
Artemisia, should we have a prestidigitation party?
yes. Yes, we should.
And then in another few seconds, Cecilia appears.
How does she fall? What does she sound like?
Do I
Well,
also
the
make a
mist
dex check?
swirls and she appears out of the mist next
Oh,
to
that's
Artemisia.
handy.
Oh,
Yeah. I'm
so glad.
oh, that's cheating.
So
Technically, that still only takes me 30 feet. But
Yeah.
I guess there's a plane jump in the middle, so who knows?
Artemisia is gonna like reach out, like in case she was gonna fall. Like Artemisia is like supporting her. She didn't. That wasn't necessary, but she is anyway.
That's very sweet.
Now
This
you're
is the
covered
inside
in
of an
gas,
astral
too.
dreadnought.
this is after her flames have died, right? Kayla's flames have died, so we don't see that. Like they're in
Oh,
darkness down below.
you
right?
see a great deal of flame down below.
Okay.
And you see
Super-
three silhouettes against the flame, one of which is unmistakably Stong.
When
The
the
song
wings too,
is
presumably. Or
Huge.
Presumably, we
Right.
can spot
Oh, wait,
Kayla's
no.
wings.
Yeah, you can
haven't done anything weird.
extrapolate that the other two silhouettes are your are Sturge and Caleb.
Oh,
Normal
good.
Rogar.
Rogar,
They
Most of
are
us are
30
alive.
feet down the slope from you.
I recognize your manly scream anywhere.
So kick our
normally,
way
yes.
down.
Song is
Yeah.
barrel chested, but right now he's barrel hipped. Right?
Yeah,
He's got a
that's
barrel
right.
around him.
Hey, Caleb, as the flames fade, you see something serpentine moving in the darkness. And you hear sounds of pain, perhaps.
Does it sound familiar?
Not really.
Guys, did
but
you
it's
hear that?
it's deep and resonant.
Did any of us hear it besides her?
Yeah, everyone heard that. That kind of echoed.
Mhm. Yeah, we did.
Good. There's another monster inside the monster.
Should we
I'm
go
gonna kill Heracris.
deal with it preemptively?
Yeah,
Okay.
but I
We
think
should go the other way,
Go
but
the other way?
shouldn't you get Rogar to heal you first? I mean, like, didn't you just have like this
Well,
thing?
Well, okay, how does it look now?
It looks like there's a big
look like someone
hole
ripped
in
a
your
salamander
shoulder.
out of you.
Yeah.
Rogar, a creature emerged from her shoulder, probably a slod baby. And I worry there might be more of them or more eggs in there.
Eggs?
Is congratulations in order? This was not expected, right? Just making sure, because I mean, Stong, I would perfectly believe. I don't know, like, but possibly Artemisia as well, but not. Sorry.
Stong shares a look with Artemisia, like,
Hmm.
I mean, just from your
And I will
track
just
record.
answer your question, the one that's on your face right now, Aaron, which is
Mhm.
that you do not see a ready exit to just teleport right back out the way you came
Thank you
in.
for letting me know.
You're
I
welcome.
will leave that fantasy on the floor or of bodies, apparently.
I mean,
I
does
make
does the
no
wound, like-
expectations or judgments here. So, all right.
it just looks like a normal wound now, right?
Well, it's a real deep wound.
Yeah, but it's
Like
like
there was something in there.
but there we don't see any more like slot eggs or baby slot or
Make a perception check.
Hang on. I got scratched by a slug too. Could somebody make sure there's not a salamander in me? I know there's not. but-
Artemisia will check.
I know
Yeah,
there's
there's-
not, but Cecilia right now would be going, what the hell? Make sure.
I mean,
Or
so
an investigation check if you prefer. Either of those.
17.
Okay.
I'm taking a
don't think
general
so?
inventory of, like, I mean, I'm sure she's not the only one who's injured at this point after having fought an Astral Dreadnought and such. So
Accurate.
how's everyone feeling? Like, I'm just kind of looking around. Is people like bleeding and beat up? I cannot
Artemisia's
remember.
okay.
I'm a little
Stong's
way
real
back.
beat up. A couple of the planks of his barrel are like a little splintered and fractured.
Look chewed on.
Yeah.
Aaron, the DM, what happens next? Oh, Eric's back.
Eric's fine.
Sorry, I was frozen for a second.
I didn't
All
it was
right,
so
I was taking an
fascinating.
inventory, injury inventory. So, I'll take this. I might as well take this, since we have a little time and we're not in the heat of battle. I can actually take a few minutes and do a true prayer of healing, and Charinlar, and I pray for healing, and it restores. Well, slowly a glow builds around me, builds to brilliant and light, and then does each of you get 17 hit points back.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Is
Cool.
Kayla
Thank
still
you.
down 10?
Yeah,
For
your
me?
maximum hit points is still reduced by 10.
And does her wound seem to does it seem to take care of the wound, or does it just kind of heal the damage, but it still seems infected?
It doesn't seem infected, but she still feels very weak.
Probably the blood loss. Mr. Whippy.
Might be some shock.
Although
Oh man.
you suspect that if she just rests, like takes the long rest, then it will come back. And she'll be fine. You suspect that's the case.
We should start looking around for our house, which is supposed to be in here, because
Well, and
otherwise we got
the-
tricked.
I'm
The
gonna-
groaning. Artemisia,
right.
she's wondering if the red dragon is down here. So from whatever direction the sort of like pained sounds came from, she's gonna like yell out in Draconic. Are you there? You know, that sort of thing. So
Did
Do we really want to be yelling out into the dark? We don't know what
right?
else-
And just to be clear, do the rest of us know that half of Scarecer made it down here?
Stong hasn't seen it.
Did
Yeah.
Scarecer make it down here? Because maybe we don't want to get the dragon without the dragon, controller.
She landed on me.
Oh, where is she?
Well, part of her is
Sturge kind of
Think up at the
nudges
top
body
scale.
behind
Oh.
himself with his foot.
Like,
I
Okay,
couldn't
so
find her arm or her bottom half.
Okay, so she's dead.
Sounds
Just
very
kind of check on Stong there.
Stong looks very sad. He is turning his face from the rest of the party, and he says, "Is there nothing that we can do for her or any of these other Githyanki here?"
I'm sorry, I checked her pulse.
Is there?
I-
That's a shame.
Strange here. If she's fairly intact, I could attempt to perhaps revive her if she's only died in the last minute or so. But I mean, since time is so strange here, I don't know.
Sturge starts climbing the mountain because he feels really bad that he was insensitive with his pronouncement of her.
The corpse came
dismemberment.
down with you. Like it's sitting there just
Tumbled
right
down.
behind
Oh.
Sturge.
Oh, does it look as if it could, if it were, say, brought back to life, would it immediately like die again due to the level of injuries or suffer like horribly?
Is your spell like bring back body parts too? Is it
No, it does not restore
Oh.
body parts. It basically like it does the equivalent of, say, like a cure wounds kind of a spell effect, I think, on the body. Heals non-magical damage.
What
but
if
it
there were
does not restore
parts?
limbs, and if like they're decapitated, it doesn't reattach the head. Or
You
Oh.
could revive her without legs or an arm.
Does she have the?
Do you think
I-
that?
So when you
I wanna
say
speak
bottom
with
half,
her.
it's
The
not like
core
her
of her
hips
body
down.
is there.
Okay, like because she's gonna need those intestines and liver
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, you're not really sure about Githyanki physiology.
That's
but
fair. That's fair. That's an assumption on my
Probably.
part.
it could all be appendixes.
You could speak with her spirit, maybe, and ask if she wants that. Is that possible? I've heard of it.
I do not do that. I do not speak with the dead.
I also cannot
Wait,
speak with all the living.
Caleb?
Aelith,
Did
would
Aiden
you-
think it's
ever,
been
like, tell
probably
you
a-
how to?
just under a minute. If you want to try that.
Caleb can animate dead.
Maybe don't do that right now, right in front of Stong. No, don't do it.
No.
Julia's gonna be like, Caleb, no, read the room. Read the monster
No.
stomach dimension.
That's not a good idea.
I don't feel comfortable bringing her, but I mean, she was a warrior and a very proud person, and I don't know what the Githyanki culture is around these types of things. I mean, many cultures do not want to be brought back in such a state, especially if they are of a warrior caste.
But okay, so out of character. So like, if Stong did find the rest of her limbs, then when he puts them near her, they will attach again when you cast
It
your
will
spell.
not. No.
I see. And then like, is there something I could roll to see if there's like a spell or something that could help her like regrow those limbs, like a magical means? Because then maybe it wouldn't be so bad that she comes back because she has
That's
a way to
true.
get those back.
And she also has the
True.
option, right? It might be that she's like, good, I'm glad I'm alive. I don't care.
Yeah.
She can strap herself to the dragon and
Right?
Do I remember any pillow talk from the night before? Like she says, like, "Hey, if I just happen to die, please, under any
Stop living
circumstances,
Will."
yeah, no matter if I'm losing up to 3 limbs, then please bring me back."
I could totally see Stong having philosophical pillow talks
Stong,
for the record.
make a charisma-based check to see how deep and intimate you got in your conversation.
good one.
4. What does a 4 get me?
4.
You guys got straight to it. That's what that means.
4 gets you the word harder.
Okay,
No.
I did not. I was not up to her standards. It was. Oh man, I was just a notch on her bedpost. We didn't talk at all.
And I want to make absolutely clear too that I
Not
Randy,
100% sure her name
am
is
not saying
Scarcer.
that her quality of life would be any less missing some limbs.
She fell asleep right
Entirely
afterwards.
from- Yeah.
I seem to have set you an unexpected moral conundrum, didn't I?
Yeah, a
Interesting.
little.
Maybe her dragon. Oh
Maybe the dragon would
I
know.
don't even know that her dragon is.
no, I'm sorry. I don't know that. Did something reply to you, Artemisia?
You heard another moaning sound.
Rogar would be willing
let's
to
go
err
find
on the
that
side
dragon.
of life and love, like because
I believe in Rogar doing that too.
Yeah, and life, and also, I mean, there's the question of if preserving her life would preserve ours if she controls the dragon.
Yeah, makes sense.
So I could see Rogar coming out on the side of, and he also knows that in many cultures, losing limbs isn't, doesn't necessarily
Badge of honor.
absolutely thriving life. Yeah,
So you're gonna do your spell because
Do
you're
it.
running out of time.
Sure. All right. I'll do it. Do it.
It's the
Okay.
new spell. Try it out.
Stong will hold her body in case that 4 made her really
Right.
like him. And she,
She's like, sting? Is it sting or strong?
Yeah.
It's strong.
I'll be the first thing that she sees when she wakes up.
Dragonborn, goddess
She
of
goes,
life,
Who are you again?
Yeah.
whose power supersedes death. Please restore the life of this being. Grace her with your spirit. Let her rise once more, a living being, not undead. I pray and I channel Sharinlar's energy and life force flowing through me. I feel it pulsing through me into her body.
So which spell is this that you're casting?
I'm casting Revivify.
Okay.
Oh. Interesting.
All right.
And this might, so I also wanted to bring up, we talked about potentially that we had leveled up, not to spoil anything, but so if you wanted to play it that Revivify was not enough, but say, I don't know, Raise the Dead was enough, and you wanted to use that as an opportunity to feel that I had that or something, go that route as well, where like more power starts coursing through me than I expected. If you don't feel Revivify we could go that route.
Eric, you should do it anyway because it would be really exciting.
But but then I lose my 5th level spell slot. So I was
Well, there's that.
I didn't have to.
Sorry.
No, that's fine.
So I think the Revivify is sufficient.
Okay.
So Scarehair wakes up with a start, looks at Stong, have this moment of connection.
Oh.
And then she starts
Oh.
screaming in pain at him.
Whoa.
She's just missing an arm and 2 legs.
Could I heal her?
She starts
Would that stop
shouting
the
very
pain?
loudly in Gith.
Uh-oh.
Is your tongue
Blood
still
comes out of her.
working?
Was she gonna die again?
Is
She
it
attempts
Revivify
to
not
punch
heal?
you.
Okay, well, I want to heal her and like stop the pain if the Cure Wound spell would nullify any pain.
Okay, she
Alternately-
does punch you. You
Okay.
take 4 points of damage.
Oh, right.
Possible to do burning hands to cauterize the stump.
Nice.
She
Just-
only has 1 hit point.
Yeah,
Right.
she has 1 hit point. She's
okay.
restored with 1 hit point. Wait.
No, I'm
so-
casting Cure Wounds on her.
Okay.
So it is going to be a 3rd level slot for it, and it will be 12 hit points.
Okay. She now has 13 hit points. The bleeding stops from her terrible wounds. She's still cursing in Gith.
Does anybody still have tongues in place?
Stonk can cast it
Anybody-
again.
You could cast it again, but it has worn off from previous cast.
Gotcha.
Well, and Artemisia has it now, mysteriously, because of that leveling up thing. So,
Oh,
Somehow talked about
okay.
Someone was busy. He could not
Oh, that's-
see that.
Scarehair is cursing very loudly. Every possible curse word that you could come up with.
Oh, so Stong is going to try to catch her attention, and he's going to say, "It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. You're alive. We're inside of the astral behemoth."
Says, "That's alive, is it? That's what you mean by alive? Inside the astral behemoth? Put me down."
I set her down gently on her back.
She looks at herself. She says, "Well, this is inconvenient."
Good attitude.
And she narrows her eyes and magic flows
Oh,
out
sorry.
from her, and she levitates up.
Oh.
Just remember, she has telekinesis.
Oh, right. Okay.
She moves around her arm, and she looks at the no arm on the other side, and she says, "Why did you bring me back to life?"
God.
Well,
Because we could.
When there is life, there is always hope. You can still do more,
Wanted to test out a new spell.
achieve new
And-
goals.
and we thought
Also,
you
your
might,
dragon might be alive.
yeah, and you might also want revenge on the Astral
From the
Behemoth.
Aye.
Says, revenge. That is a good motive.
Mhm.
I guess
We
I
talked
can't
about that.
remember.
Oh, sure.
You yelled the word revenge at one point last night, I think at the height of your enjoyment.
Yes. Revenge. She growls kind of like the dragon did. And she says, "Where's Reverax? I can hear."
Who wants to pick her up and carry her to over?
Is going
I don't
on?
need anyone to carry me.
Okay.
I'll send a.
She carries
Bonfire.
herself with her telekinesis.
I'll put a bonfire over by where the noise was, 60 feet in the direction of.
So this, I always picture when you do your bonfires, like this flame comes down from the sky and lands. So this flame comes down and just right there, and you see this serpentine creature kind of recoil away from it. And then you see that it illumines the dragon lying there breathing shallowly.
Point of clarity: the only people who understand anything that Scarcer just said are Strong and Artemisia. Yes.
Well, I had forgotten that we were going to have her learn it from
Oh,
Stonks.
okay.
Forget that.
Okay. So Strong's
So
the
I
only one who
guess
knows
it's
what's
just
going on.
Stong.
The rest of us are just. I'm just. Guess we could wander around. I don't know.
Oh
What are
no,
they talking about?
Scarcer can speak common. She was speaking common to you.
Oh,
was
oh, when
swearing
did
at
that
you.
happen? She's been
Well,
yelling
She's
at us
just
in gifs.
cursing. She's just
She was
cursing.
No, on
cursing
the
and-
boat. Didn't she only yell at us in gifs on the boat?
Initially.
Yeah.
That's
But
right.
then
She loves
remember,
doing
she
that.
started
That's
speaking
right.
to
I've
you in
already
common,
been
and
mad
you
at
were
her
like,
about
"Ah."
It's one of her greatest charms.
this. God, I hate you with her.
She starts
Okay.
floating down toward the dragon.
Okay, we're following, aren't we?
Hmm.
She
We
seems to
should
have this in
look
hand.
for the house.
Yeah.
Stong is very worried. He's also worried about this creature that popped out of Calith that none of you all saw except for Sturgeon Eye. It was terrifying.
You
So-
hear a
so
faint
disgusting.
scuttling sound somewhere in the mountain of corpses.
Yeah, no.
Wait,
But we're going away from there, so that's good. We're going
Yeah.
away from there.
Yeah.
blamed it.
Thought you burned it.
I thought I burned
Well,
it too.
It got a saving throw. You don't know if it made it or not. It's very small.
Crap.
Anyway.
Let's
Anyway.
go find the house.
Eric's not going to rest till one of us is a slod. We
Oh,
all know
yes.
it.
So you find
Oh, man.
find the dragon in a very sorry state, as beat up as
dragon.
Scarcer was. Dead and in
Chomped
several
on by
pieces.
an
The
Astral
dragon is
Dreadnought.
maybe worse.
Hmm.
It is alive, narrowly alive, but it's obviously severely damaged.
Missing parts?
It just has big chunks taken out of it.
Hmm.
The
Well, I think-
dragon looks up at Scarcer. She looks down at the dragon. And then they both start chuckling.
Hey.
The dragon goes,
To be clear, she's only got 13 hit points. So if they're about to turn on us, we can take her down.
Yeah.
The dragon says, I outlived you. The Scarcer says, well, technically,
Oh.
this fool brought me back to life. The dragon says, good for you.
That was me.
If she died, does that mean it's packed with her? Is null and void?
The dragon
Whoa.
and Scarcer both look over at Sturge.
Whoa.
Did I say that out loud?
You super did, dude.
Inner monologue, dude. Inner monologue.
The dragon says, I have much to revenge against you.
Oh,
Now that our pact is broken.
Oh no, Dirge!
we'll just be over there.
And Scarcer says, yes. Here I am.
Rock
And
me
the
like a
dragon
Hercules.
goes, but I am tired. You shall escape vengeance this. And then it kind of lies down. Scarcer
Right,
floats down, and she puts her arm on it, her remaining arm on its head, and kind of strokes its head with her hand.
Aww.
What a weird, complex relationship.
Artemisia was going to suggest
love
that
it.
we do some healing on the dragon, but it seems like maybe that sort of the taunt is better
Make
to
me
leave the way
wanna-
it is.
Yeah, maybe keep them a little low for now. Find out if we need them.
Good morning, good night, Wesley. I'll most likely kill you in the morning.
Anyway, so that leaves the 6 of you basically to your own
Okay.
devices.
Yeah.
Okay.
Before we leave
Um,
her, Stong just wants to warn her that there may or may not be a red slot somewhere out there. So you'll just tell her that, and then,
What do you mean, may or may not be?
well, my companion flaming handsed it, but we're not quite sure if she destroyed it or not.
It came
Yeah.
out of Calith because she was
Yeah.
bitten by one. Do you know anything of that kind of disease or poison?
Yeah, that tracks. Burning hands, but you didn't know if you actually killed it. Yeah. Well, we have had Githyanki infected by the Slod curse before. That's how the Slod reproduce.
Gross.
Typically, the infection doesn't progress in the astral plane because time does not pass in the astral sea. But now that we are here, she looks around. You must have caught up with your friend.
Do you know how to cure it?
I mean, it's out now, so we're good.
Chop off her limb.
But it's not in her anymore, is she? Are you not going to turn into a slut?
Oh, she wouldn't turn into a slot. The slot
Oh,
would
okay.
burrow out and eat her inside.
Oh, gross.
So she's free now.
Good thing we got it out.
Well, assuming there was only
Right?
one.
You
She
only got
grins with her pointed
Okay,
teeth.
that's enough of that. That's enough of that.
How could we know if there's more? Is there some
Well,
way?
it'd probably be trying to crawl their way out of her right now.
Okay.
Okay.
So
If that one
we're
moves.
good.
and
Okay,
tried to
let's-
get
I
out.
don't feel anything.
Are you
Oh.
itchy anywhere else?
No, you just feel that tiredness from blood loss.
Okay, cool. We're good, right? We're good. House?
Well, okay. So
Yeah.
with bonfire there, you're looking out and you just see darkness all around you.
Those of us with dark vision, can we see anything?
The fire's kind of interfering with it.
Well, it's annoying, Sturge.
Yeah.
He's like, playing field leveled. All right, so it's a big cavern that we can't see the edges of?
Right.
Okay.
Don, can you do sending to them?
Yes, I can. I also wonder if our friend Sturge has any divination abilities that might help here. But I will send at them in the meantime.
I think Rogar would be more qualified for such things.
Okay.
No. Unfortunately. I mean, I could ask my god that I could pray for insight, but I don't have any specific spells or anything.
You can't speak with her?
Oh, I'll always speak with her. She's always in my heart. But
Oh,
not,
I mean, will she answer if you pray a certain way? Will she answer a question?
always a question.
Do you have that
She'll
spell?
Answer a question. I don't have that spell. No.
What is that called? I've forgotten.
Commune?
Oh, that's
think-
not what I'm
yeah.
thinking of. I'm thinking of a different one.
It's
Never mind.
commune, not
Commune,
commune. For summoning a bunch of people with a low wisdom score.
Oh.
No.
Okay, well, Stan will do
Communes can
ascending.
be perfectly lovely.
Sure.
Stan will do ascending.
Sure.
He will aim at Nala, and he will send, "Hey Nala, we are in the area. Do you know where you are or have any clues for us? I'm with Tell Mirabelle, love her."
Okay.
I only had 25 words.
So you send that message. You get no reply.
Oh, no reply. That could be really bad.
Is it?
Start looking. I kind of want to just walk
So
far enough into the darkness that I can actually see things again and see if I can see things.
Sturge, were you still casting that detect magic?
Yes.
Oh, I
Okay.
have that on all the time now.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, if
Ooh.
you focus your sight to see magical items or spells, you see that there are a couple of magic items, like a couple of like light sources buried under some of the corpses in the pile.
Gross, but I dig them out.
Okay.
Meanwhile,
Like, guys,
wait, I was just going to say, while she's doing her prestidigitation for like getting the gook off, Artemisia is going to get like a little bit confused because she's like looking at her hand and like she has like an extra ring that she doesn't remember. Like,
That's true.
but
You do.
and it doesn't match her style at all. It's not
Nope.
the kind of thing she would buy for herself. So, like, as long as we're sort of in a quiet moment chasing the, detect magic sources, she's going to be sort of like standing there, like, what?
wait, are these like sun rods or glow balls or
Flashlight.
magic lanterns? What are we dealing with?
Okay.
It
You
could be
dig
from
the
many
first one
different
out.
worlds.
sticks.
I love magic flashlights as a narrative device because
And
you never
it-
think about how much you want the lights on
Mhm.
until you're in a world where there's no electricity
Mhm.
or matches. There's no convenient matches.
The Gru is going to eat us.
Okay, all right, go ahead, Eric.
It is a staff, in fact.
Whoa,
Oh, sweet.
cool.
This staff, let's see. It's a long piece, mostly composed of multiple small statues of humanoid figures, kind of stylized humanoid figures. They look like if they look like fertility figures and like protectors, and like it looks like a chess set
Okay.
that is built into a staff.
Does it have like a cursey vibe?
A cursive vibe. No, I get you. It doesn't
I like to think
necessarily
that
evil.
detect magic
all the
is like
figures are
it's doing like
screaming,
this. So I think it's bad. But this one's
It
going.
looks very exotic, like from another world that you've
Got it.
never
So
encountered.
definitely nothing I know. Okay, but it's glowing.
It is glowing with magic. Yeah.
I guess I pick it up. Is it glowing with light or is it just glowing with magic?
It's just glowing that it's magical.
Oh,
It's not
somehow
actually
we thought
light.
we were going after magic flashlights. So I will pull out the possibly cursed fertility staff.
Yeah, cool. Sure enough,
Like now you're impregnated with 16,000
Oh
slots.
no.
it's
No more.
evocation magic specifically.
Ooh. Ooh, that's not
Cool.
fertility.
Is there something nearby me?
Whoa.
Is that anything else
Um,
nearby me as long as I'm like digging around in this? I'm sure Sturge is like right behind me.
Yeah. He's looking at you like, oh, there's a staff. Sturge, are you doing detect magic yourself?
Yeah, that's what he did it for.
Yeah.
Do you need to like use a slot for that or does it just turn on? and off?
Yes, I do.
So I could just find stuff for you and hand it to you.
Where would be the fun in that?
Just helping you
Okay,
shop.
because you don't trust me, I guess. I have that background in this, just so you know. I know how to find magic items. No one ever asks me, but I do know it.
Okay. You find Sturge. You find a wand, small, slender stick. which appears to be made of like interlacing metal. It looks like a braided rope made of metal, and then at the end, it looks like there's some kind of like a web or a cage.
Huh.
Yeah.
All
Is
right.
that a thing that I
It's-
might have seen before? Is it also exotic and strange?
Is
It
there
is
a
also very strange.
what sort of magic is it?
Make me look all this up, aren't you? Enchantment.
And well, interesting.
Anything else nearby?
There's one other thing, but it's
Stir-
going to take some digging to find it.
Okay.
Oh,
I guess dig, because I don't know what's happening down there with the dragon and Scarcer and stuff.
Oh, did you guys also notice Sturge's glowing purple sword?
It
Yeah,
is on
what's-
fire.
Is that
Ah.
the sword we weren't supposed to touch?
What?
It is.
You touched it?
Oh,
Of course you
dang.
did.
You know, I thought about it carefully. I didn't touch it at first, but then there was an Astral Dreadnought, and it seemed like a good time to take a chance because all I've got is a little Mr. Whippy and a giant armored slug or whatever that was. Really just wasn't even going to flinch. So I took a chance. Besides, I've already got at least one curse on me.
No, it's another.
Maybe they'll cancel each other out. You never
That
know.
would be
You're
handy.
having this conversation while you're digging, and
Yeah.
sure enough, you find an axe, double
Sweet.
bearded, as in a double-ended axe.
Nice.
Whoa.
It has a like a gap in the middle, and
Ooh.
the two blades extend out from around it.
Ooh.
There's like a
Nice.
Fancy.
circular gap in the
Interesting.
middle.
Is it like a
It looks very old.
two-hander? Like
It's
a
a battle
two-hand?
axe, and it could be one hand or two hand.
Ah.
Versatile.
Enjoy. Don't you know anything about axes?
Not really an axe character.
No, he's not. That's why I said that.
Oh,
Oh. Well, I wasn't really a katana character either before I.
I'm sorry, which of us actually fights with an axe?
Oh, sorry.
Actually, I don't even know if I can handle that axe. I just
I
feel
think you're only
overlooked right
proficient
now.
with your.
Shh.
oh,
I'm
now it's
proficient with
you, Aaron.
everything.
Yeah, there you go. Eric left you in charge.
No, there's something I can do that makes something into my packed weapon. Like I can take an actual weapon and make it my packed weapon.
Yeah.
So if this thing is cool enough, maybe I want to do that. I don't know.
Mm.
We
Well,
should keep it for
um,
now anyway.
Right. So Sturge, do you
Oh,
know
Eric
how
is
to
back.
do identify? Do you know that spell?
I do.
Oh, nice.
gross. That thing always gave me a headache. So you know what these are? Or
Well, it'll take me 10 minutes to do
going
it.
somewhere? Everybody's
Well,
sitting around
shouldn't we
deciding what
be
to do.
I
searching?
mean, Stong is really concerned about the house, but
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. Like,
Can you just
let me
grab
look-
all these
I'll
items
look
and-
at one thing
Needs a
up
yes,
while
I
you're
went
having
digging,
this
looking for
conversation.
something that might help us see in the dark or something.
yeah, just grab it all and take
Okay,
it and
so let's
identify
go.
it later.
That's fine. When are we leaving? Where are we? How are we getting through the dark? Do we have anybody cast light, or are we just gonna
Bonfire.
go? We're just gonna lead Sturge through the shadows.
We can leapfrog.
we can-
Okay, Steven, you did
Yes.
cast detect magic, yes?
Yes.
Okay, well, that ended your concentration on the bonfire, so the bonfire
Oh.
disappeared,
So I just have to use.
plunging you all into darkness.
Wait, the sword's not flaming anymore?
Well, the sword is
Dim.
sheathed,
Glowing.
so it's just producing a little bit of purple glow around you.
Okay, so I'll just.
Those of you who are not standing right next to Sturge, with the fire now out, so it's not preoccupying your vision, you see a faint light off in the darkness,
Oh, hey, look at that.
like something
there.
as light as a candle, maybe.
Is the light
Well,
over?
Since I am
If-
standing right next to Sturge, I don't see this, right?
Right.
Does somebody-
Cecilia and Sturge are conversing about this
Hmm.
and finding those three items. staff,
Hmm.
the wand, the axe.
Is that where we should be going?
Yeah, I think we should
Yeah,
go that way.
but we should let Sturge and Cecilia know.
What do you guys?
Sturge, if you're gonna trip or something, I can cast dancing lights for you. So come on, you gotta go this way.
Oh, I can leapfrog bonfires as we go.
Yeah, but we couldn't see this until your bonfire went out. So if we're gonna follow it, we need to have more darkness. So I want some light where I can like keep it
Oh
behind.
my
so it
god.
doesn't
I
watch
got
me.
him by the arm.
Okay, I got my owl.
Oh, you're out. Okay, good.
Oh, okay.
I
There
thought
we
you got
go.
rid of it. I'm glad it's still around.
I'll just have him perch on my nose, close my eyes, concentrate through its eyes, and voila.
As you start walking away, Scarcera looks up at you and she says, "You leaving?"
We need to find my daughter. We believe that she's over that way, and Stong points at the light. He says, you are free to come with us if you wish.
Your spawn.
Well, technically, my adopted spawn.
We,
She looks
we refer to
confused by
them.
this concept.
She says, Stong says, you were not paying attention to me at all last night, were you? I told you so many things about my life.
She's a taker. She's a taker.
I was paying attention to things you were doing.
All right. But you should meet her. I think you'd really love her.
Love.
She questionably killed a room full of doppelgangers all her own. Think about how good she'd do against mind flayers.
This is a good point.
You know, for future reference, we don't refer to our offspring as spawn. We prefer the term excretia.
Oh god.
What does Sturge
Please
know
never
about
say that word
this
again.
topic?
Yes, I shall refer to them as excretia.
Oh my god.
Stog shoots Sturge a look.
She says, "Very well, I shall come with you. Hand me that axe."
Excuse me?
I'm sorry.
Is it your axe?
Well, I need a weapon since nobody brought my silver sword along. Also, I only have one hand now.
Surely there's bales of silver swords in this pile.
You have extra swords now, Sturge. Just give her one of those.
She wouldn't like Mr. Whippy, and she wouldn't understand him either.
I mean, we could just
You know
give her the
what?
axe.
Just give her the damn axe.
Yeah.
She's gonna take it from me anyway.
Oh,
Chuck it at her.
you get it. You get it back later, maybe.
Okay, I want to point out, Warlock is not necessarily proficient in axes.
If I make
You're
it my
only
packed
proficient-
weapon, if I
you're only
make that my
proficient-
packed weapon, it's proficient.
You're only proficient in the packed weapon. Though.
I know, but I can take a weapon and I can make it my packed weapon.
That's true.
That's the
Okay, you
thing.
could do that. You could do
and
that.
it's okay. She can take it. I'll take it from her later. It's fine.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll get her silver sword back, and then we'll exchange.
So she takes the axe, swings it through the air, testing the balance, and then she brings it down on the red dragon.
What?
Starts chopping at it.
Okay. That was not what I signed on for. Also,
Whoa,
Blood
Worry.
starts spurting.
Were you two? Not
It's
friends?
like she's butchering the dragon.
oh my god.
Can she, if she's floating and she swings that axe?
Let's not question the physics of a world with magic
And psionics.
and psionics.
Okay,
She looks back and her face is half covered in blood. It says, "This might take me a while."
Why are you doing that?
Yeah, wow.
Revrex has bequeathed to me her last gift. I am claiming it.
Okay.
Was she
What is it?
dying?
I shall present it to you when I have claimed it
Oh my god.
as payment for sparing my life, reviving me, and then taking me from this place.
And stealing my axe.
You can have the axe back.
This is funnier.
Oh, what a complicated culture.
Are you sure this relationship is a good idea?
No.
With a flap of its skin.
We should leave.
So
She becomes the Yoko of your group. I
for
swear
good
to
or
God.
ill, Artemisia is heading towards the small light source.
Artemis-
Yeah.
We should leave.
Yeah,
No.
like
I'm gonna Sturge, come on.
Come on.
She's gonna start
Okay.
Gonna
walking.
lead you in the-
so-
Oh, you have your owl. I forgot.
Oh, you can lead me. I'm fine.
Rogar says to
Okay.
Stong, "Are you certain what
Jimmy.
you bequeathed her last night? You know for sure."
Oh no. Oh no.
Well, there's no time that passes
Oh
in
my
the astral
God.
plane. Maybe I'll find
my-
out in a year or 20 years. I
Oh
don't
my
know.
god.
You don't know anything about Githyanki reproductive patterns, I
was-
don't think.
I wasn't even just
I feel
thinking
like-
that, but yeah.
I feel like if we're gonna get not
Oh.
gonna get sidetracked on physics, we should probably also not get sidetracked
Yeah,
on biology,
yeah.
even though both of those are very entertaining topics.
I do want to point out that Hertress did say something to Cecilia on this topic, but you might not remember it.
I might not have been
It
listening.
was very like offhandedly.
Yeah, he
that sort
did,
of
didn't
thing.
he?
You
I
asked if
can't
he was
remember.
hitting on you, and he said he was flattered, but
No,
then
he
said
kept telling me he wasn't hitting on me, which made me suspicious
something. Okay,
because dudes who say that a lot are definitely hitting on you.
sure. Okay.
But
Anyway, so you're
with
headed
that
toward
point
the
of
light
clarity
window.
out, do I remember what he said?
Make
As long as we're having
a,
this
make
conversation.
an intelligence check, just to go over your memory, because you
While
talked with the
she's-
guy for nearly 24 hours.
It's a 5.
5. You don't remember. He said something about it, but you don't remember what it was.
Eric, is it possible in this plane or wherever we are to summon the owl from its little pocket dimension, or is it like
Yes.
out of
Your
time?
owl appears
Your owl lives in a pocket dimension.
on the
Yeah.
tip of your nose,
Wow, like a Pokemon.
Ah.
and he
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of like bounces
Artemisia-
around until he's facing you.
Artemisia is Jolteon, by the way. I figured it out because it's a canid with electricity. So
Oh,
Ah.
nice.
Those are cool.
So your owl's eyes are glimmering faintly golden light colored.
Why is that? Huh. Okay. Face the other way, please. I need to see what's that way.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. And he hops his way back around.
Whoa.
You can see through his eyes. You see as well as people with dark vision. So you're headed through the darkness.
Am I still walking close to Sturge out of curiosity?
Yeah.
Can I ask him? I don't think you've ever told me where you got that owl.
It's funny. I got a scroll from Mirren
Huh.
because I needed to be able to see in the dark, and no one's ever killed this little fellow. Give him a little pat on the head, and so
cute.
he's always been with me. I only had to cast the spell once. Since that
Huh.
time, I've learned the spell on my own in
That's
case
handy.
something bad happens. But
Does he have a
I
name?
just banish him away when I don't need him, or I rather send him back to his comfy pocket dimension and summon him back when I need him.
That's handy.
It's
what's his name?
Does the owl have a name?
tiny.
Tiny.
It's their visible name.
hmm
That was all I
Okay.
wanted to do.
So you're headed through the darkness. Once you get down off the pile of corpses, you're walking on gray stone that seems relatively even. There aren't any cracks in the stone. There are stones that are up against each other, but they don't seem to have
Oh,
cracked under pressure or anything. Just it's strange, particularly for Rogar. You're looking at it and you're like, that's not natural. That doesn't happen. Right.
Cracks. I'm sorry. In what?
There are no cracks in the stone that you're walking on.
Oh,
There are multiple slabs put up against each other. So there should be seams,
aye.
but it all seems smooth.
This is incredible. Like beyond anything I've ever seen. Aye.
Yeah, it was like it was clearly shaped by magic of some kind, because this doesn't happen naturally.
Even grown.
There are still a few bones, pieces of armor, rusted out pieces of weapons as you're going through the path, and you're headed toward this light in the distance. You're walking. It's neither cool nor warm. It's just a very neutral sort of temperature.
Oh no. Is this that tunnel they always talk about?
what?
What tunnel?
You know, the one where you're not supposed to go to the light. Don't go to the light.
Oh,
Don't technically a
I don't think Rogar would let us walk down a death tunnel. I'm just gonna like go out on a limb and say I think
Tiny
that's
goes meep in a concerned sort of way.
What was that?
Tiny goes
Tiny.
meep in a concerned way. Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Yeah.
so
Your face froze, but your voice was fine.
Okay. It's okay. It's okay.
sorry, I was
Rogar.
He's reassured.
sorry, I was checking on something. Can you sit? So we're walking along, and it was just this huge open space, and now we've entered a tunnel.
No.
No.
No, Sturge
No.
just thinks this is the death walk. But maybe
Oh.
it's the
The
tunnel.
walking
Can
to
you
the
tell him
light.
it's
Oh,
not?
the tunnel to death.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
no!
Can you just tell him we're not doing that?
Yeah, I definitely do not. I mean, there is a lot of death around us, but I do not get the feeling that this is, from everything I've read in the literature in the temple, this is not that.
See, we're okay, buddy. It's fine.
Okay. I just
It's good
got
to
a lot of-
check.
a lot of things I still need to accomplish.
And we're definitely alive. I can feel the life energy amongst
Good.
us. So,
I'm glad.
As you're headed through the cavern, you the light becomes larger and clearer as you approach, until you realize that it is a candle burning in the window of a squat, well, I guess 2-story building, which looks like Briar House.
Yay!
Ah,
Holy crap.
well, hopefully, yay!
Stong does not care about like traps or whatever. Oh, sorry, Kayla, were you saying something?
No, it's just like finally we found it.
Yes! Stong's just sprint up to the front door. Doesn't care about
In his
traps or
barrel.
anything. Yeah.
Okay,
Holding my barrel.
you sprint up to the front door. You don't hear anything from inside the house.
Yeah, he's not really thinking about like
You
traps
don't
or
see
whatever.
any other lights or anything.
Yeah, he just pushes the door in and goes
Push
in.
open the door. You see that the interior of the house is like messy and ransacked.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
You
Uh-oh.
don't see anyone there.
is there
He's gonna shout out Mirabelle desperately.
Okay? You only hear your own voice echoing back to you.
Oh
do we arrive?
Yes, the rest of you arrive.
Is there a
To
basement?
find Stong like standing in the entryway, shouting for Mirabelle.
I
no.
think
I'm gonna assume we all kind of run throughout the house
Yeah.
looking too.
Okay, well, we will get to this
Okay.
after our break.
Hmm.
So,
Good.
On that note, we're going to go to our break. It's going to be a few minutes of break.
Well, and
but
we're going to do the thing.
first,
Yes. the thing
Rhiannon
before.
has something to announce. So, take it away, Rhiannon.
Okay, so as I was sort of alluding to in my little intro, I have some time right now, so I'm going to run a contest and I'm going to write a vinaigrette or vignette with the winner's original character, and they get to meet the Westgate Irregulars. And the mods are going to put a link, and there's all the sort of rules. How you win is you answer a few trivia questions. Whoever has the most correct answers wins, or if there's more than one person who has the same number of correct answers, then I will do a dice off. And something to think about is you also get to make a request. So not only do you have whatever original character, whether it be yours or a friend's or whatever, who gets to meet the Westgate Irregulars, but think about like what they might want to do. Do they want to like challenge Stong to a singing contest?
Bring it on.
Or stuff like that. PG-13, I am afraid.
So no love
I'm
advice
not
from
afraid.
Rogar?
That's the rule.
Yeah.
And the reason for that, for the PG-13, and also for the fact that it's going to be in a sort of different fantasy setting rather than the Forgotten Realms, is that once I write it, I'm going to publish it for all of everybody to see. So though even those who don't end up being the winners, you can look forward to getting to read it. And the important thing that I am not going to forget to say is that the deadline is July 29th. We're going to announce on the stream live who won. So that day before the stream, all your entries have to be in. I'm going to roll it just before the stream goes live. So you got a couple weeks to review some episodes, check out your trivia answers, all that kind of good stuff. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, if you're watching this on YouTube, we'll have the link in the description below the video, and or you can just check out our website.
Yeah, dungeonscrawlers.com.
Cool.
Okay, and with that announcement, I think this time we're not going to do the interview +1. We're kind of moving away from that. So come back after a few minutes, and we'll be back at the game right away. Thanks, everyone. We're back. Well, most of us are back anyway. Rogar is beseeching some healing spells from his deity at the moment. And I am searching my computer for a map of Briar House so that we can have a little layout. But since that's not really happening, I'm just going to have to picture it in your minds. Like a theater of the mind. All right. So the Westgate Irregulars have found Briar House at long last in the middle of this Astral Dreadnought's pocket dimension's stomach. Well, location. Anyway, so they run up to the house, eager to see everyone that has been trapped here for so long, and find no one inside. The house is ransacked. Some of the windows smashed. And it's entirely dark inside. No voices. No one appears. And now we're back in the living room of the Briar House.
I'll throw out. Well, I guess we searched the house, didn't we?
What was there a
No.
basement?
No, you just
ran
got into the
upstairs.
house.
Oh,
If you
got
want
into the
to
house.
search the house, that's fine.
Right. Sorry,
It's
we
just
announced
an
we were.
adventure location. So you can't just say we searched the house because things will happen if you go in different rooms.
Right. Okay.
You know?
Oh, spoilers. Not good. So
I feel like Cecilia would run upstairs.
Okay. Cecilia takes off and runs upstairs.
Artemisia's going to see if the basement is there to check for Roomba,
and Roger would go as well because that's his room, and he cares about Roomba.
who is
The
their little
door
gelatinous
to the
cube.
basement seems to be shut tight. You rattle it, doesn't open. Cecilia, you get upstairs. All the doors are closed,
I'm gonna
and it
push them open.
feels cold and lonely up here. Which one do
Don't
you
like
open first?
Which
There's
which
your
door's
room.
closest?
There's Artemisia's room. There's the spare room. There's Emily or Kayla's room. Those are
Emily.
the 4 doors up there.
the spare room. in
Emily.
another,
Who's Emily?
Another
Okay.
world. Emily. That's so interesting and exotic sounding. Whatever what is nearest of the door? I'm thinking we're picturing the map in my head. I think it's my room.
Okay.
Is nearest to the stairs, so I kick that one
Push
open. Push
open
that one
the-
open.
the
And I
door
hope
to
I don't
your
have to kick
room.
it open.
Okay.
Is the cat in here? That's the other
all
question.
right.
I'm really
Open
looking
the
for
door.
Mirabelle and the other kids. Like,
And
not a horrible
there's
person.
this you kind of stumble a little bit because it was like pushing against a mass of air. There's a great deal more pressure inside the room,
yeah.
and you push it open, and there's this kind of exhalation of air that startles you.
Startled.
Your room is disheveled, everything thrown all over the place, which
Exactly how I left it.
is exactly how you left it.
I like people to see all my stuff at once. Also, it makes Artemisia mad.
Your closet is open. There's just this mountain of clothes coming out of it.
Right. Exactly.
Rogar. Oh, sorry.
The clean stuff on the top. I could change. Actually, I should make sure there's no kids in this.
And you hear a faint scratching sound, like nails on wood.
I
Cyril.
wonder if that's Cyril, the cat. So I will investigate. Actually, I will use my beast speech to say, Cyril, is that you? Which probably sounds like meow, 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 meow.
There is faint movement from the bedclothes. Like
Cyril,
something moving under them.
I need you to answer me. Gotta get out my packed weapon in case it's that slod thing.
Okay. You
I'm gonna
hear
go upstairs with her because I hear her.
Meowing.
you hear meowing, which says
Her
"Large."
tone. I hear her tone.
I'll use the butt of the axe to kind of flip the clothes back. The
All right,
bedclothes
so
back.
you're headed that way, and then something moves in the shadows near your leg.
Oh,
and you
dear.
realize that Cyril has appeared there.
If that's you, what's that? Cyril?
And the cat's like, we should go.
Okay.
Made
Say, come here,
forward.
come here, come here.
Okay, Cyril bounds up into your arm.
Still got the
into
backs. Yeah, I assume cat could jump on my shoulder like
Yeah,
a
on your
parrot.
shoulder, wraps his tail around your neck.
Okay, I kind of want to see what's under that blanket, but I don't know if Cecilia would.
Would you like me to lift that?
Sturge appears behind you.
His nose like pokes you
I
in
hope
the
I don't
shoulder.
chop his nose off. There's
Well,
something in the bed.
chopping people's faces off is something that Cecilia
It
does.
is. It is. There's
Sturge dodges and keeps his nose.
something in
This
the bed.
time.
Just get your sword ready, right? You get your sword ready.
I could send my
I'll have
little
do your mage hand, and I'll get my axe ready.
over there
If I have to chop my bed, I'm gonna be so
and
mad.
just slowly lift the blankets up to the ceiling.
I'm ready an attack, by the way. I'm readying attack. If there's something awful under there.
That's totally empty.
Oh no. We
Is
got
there
like a ghost rat. or
Let's
something.
Slam shut
Door
behind
there.
you.
We're trapped in the room now. Dang it. If I
Downstairs.
detect magic, is there anything I can see? Oh, sorry.
Well,
fancy.
whatever is magical in your room, that's
Okay.
not disturbed. Downstairs, you're kind of trying to open the basement door.
I
No luck.
was, yeah. Rogar, seeing it locked, was going to attempt to cast Detect Evil.
Detect evil.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, that takes 10
Oh.
minutes. Takes a
All
while.
right. So Rogar starts casting.
Oh, wait, no. Does it take 10 minutes? Or maybe it does. Or it lasts 10
Shatter.
Hold on.
No,
can't
no, no.
And
At least
Caleb
let
is just
Artemisia,
let's
like-
start shattering everything.
Let Artemisia go upstairs before you start shattering her doors.
Detect evil and good. One action lasts for up to 10 minutes.
Okay.
For the
Lasts 10
duration,
minutes.
you know if there is an aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead within 30 feet of you, as well as where it is located.
We call out. Does anyone respond if we on the other side of the basement door?
You call out, there's no response.
Basement get left. Oh wait, I'm not there.
All right, Rogar, you can tell based on your magic that there is an undead creature somewhere nearby.
Oh good.
But you just get the feeling of it just being all around you.
Oh, that's not good. The spell should have located it, which means it's somehow permeating. Its presence is permeating the house. I say there is some undead presence that is filling the house. It's permeating it.
No, my house.
I call out. I say, Spirit, if you mean us, well, I detected evil and I detected it, so that's no good. I was about to
You
say,
mean
if
us
you-
harm? Spirit's like, nah, it's good.
The
It's
spell is
good.
called Detect Evil and Good. Okay.
Well,
so it
true,
just
but-
detects unnatural creatures. Like
Okay, I thought as a good
elementals or-
creature it detects evil, or if it's good, you're good, it detects. Or if you're bad, you detect.
I don't think that's how it works.
But we can.
If
we can-
that is how it
just
works, I
look
could
at it.
totally see Rogar having an existential crisis where he's like,
No.
wait, but what if I'm not actually good? And
Right. It may not
Don't
work that way.
actually
I
do
might be
that.
adding.
don't
complexity.
actually do that, but
Yeah, yeah.
also I kind of love it.
Yeah, no, it just
It just-
detects
okay.
unnatural creatures.
Okay, so I call. I'll say.
God.
Yeah, I say, Spirit, if you mean us no harm, if you mean us no ill, please reveal yourself.
Nothing happens.
This when
Oh, okay.
Sturge and I start banging on the door, trying to get out.
All right,
Perhaps
so you two are
Caliph
banging
will
on the
have better
door.
luck.
I feel like if the door's shut, I would immediately try and open it, and yes, I would bang on the
Okay,
door.
yeah, it's shut. You cannot just open it.
Artemisia is having trouble like standing still. So if Rogar is busy like doing stuff, I don't know that she's even gonna like listen very hard to what he's saying. She's gonna like
Into
go
another
run
room.
upstairs. Yeah.
Okay.
And she's also like she's gonna it's gonna look weird, but she's gonna like sort of have her hand on the wall like more than she actually needs for support. Like just when she's walking down the hall, like you normally run your hand along the banister going upstairs. Like just walking down the hall, she's gonna sort of like have her hand on the wall, like she's sort of trying to get a feeling of the house for herself if
Okay.
it feels familiar.
As you're turning toward the stairs to go upstairs, you see movement at the door leading into the kitchen.
She'll go follow that.
Okay, you'll go follow that?
Yeah.
Okay. You get into the kitchen. You're sure that you're about to see somebody. There's no one there. The door closes behind you. And now you're in the kitchen.
Yay.
A lot of your crockery is broken, utensils scattered all over the place. There's only one knife in the knife block.
Oh,
Okay. Normally there are 6. And there's
Yeah.
only one.
Is there anything wrong with it? If she looks at it.
Oh, you pull it out, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. You pull the knife out slowly.
Artemisia has not seen horror movies.
Yeah.
Kids
Yeah.
at home, when you're in a horror movie, don't split up.
It appears to be a totally normal knife,
Okay.
and you hear a voice behind you, like right behind you,
She's gonna
say,
whirl.
Artemisia. You whirl, you're holding the knife, and you come face to face with Bo.
oh no.
And he goes,
Oh.
whoa, whoa.
For our viewers, Bo is very dead.
Super
Bo
dead.
is
Artemisia
our
found
house
him.
servant who is very, very dead.
He was dead when you left, yeah.
Murdered and hung upside down, like
Like
the
not
hanging
even
man,
like,
man.
oh, we didn't find a body. Like we found that body.
Is he just as hot when he's dead?
He doesn't look dead.
Oh,
Is he
Oh.
living?
He's totally
Caliph
alive
would
and
say
normal.
so.
Oh, okay.
Alive and vital.
Well, she's gonna drop the knife. She's gonna bring her lightning to hand, but she's not gonna cast it at him. She's gonna
Says-
kind of like back up.
Are you all right?
You were dead, Bo. What happened?
And you suddenly there's this brighter light, and you kind of squint a little bit because it's sudden, and then you look around, and the kitchen is the way you left it the day you left. Everything is in its proper place. 5 knives are in the block. 1 is in your hand. The other
This
hand
house
has
is
lightning in it.
So haunted.
Bo is there. He's dressed in his normal clothes, which is to say, only half of his body is actually clothed.
Yep,
Like he
that's
wears a vest, not closed, just a vest. And he's like, sorry, were you looking for a midnight snack?
Where are the others? Where's Varys? Where's Charity?
Oh, their duties ended for the day. I assume they're sleeping in their in the servants' quarters. I've just been keeping watch. You know, you had that thing going with the vampire, right?
Yes, and Bo, you died.
Are you okay?
No,
He
but
comes closer to you as though to like comfort you. Okay. You're like, no.
no, no more lightning, but no touchy.
He says, Artemisia, you're scaring me here a little bit. I don't scare super easily.
Well, can we go find everybody else is here? Let's go find them. We can talk about it. Talk to Rogar.
Who's Rogar? So, back at the basement door,
Story of my life.
you can't get the door open. Well, let's go to Stong for a second. Stong, we're in your perspective here.
all right.
What are you trying to do?
So Stong was kind of like freaking out after he entered and nobody answered his calls.
Yeah.
So after everybody leaves for a moment, like he like raises his fist and he's like about to punch the wall, but then he realizes that like it's his friend's beloved house, so he stops and he goes outside and like punches the ground.
Ouch.
Yeah, and then after that, looking at the ground, he's going to try to use survival, like something dawns on him, and he's going to try to use survival to see if he can find any tracks that lead like to the house or away from the house.
Okay, make a check.
That is a 23.
Excellent. All right, so you find your track through the dust leading up to the house. But as you're kind of looking around outside the house, you find a set of tracks leading from a ground floor window off into the dark.
Ooh.
Mm.
He glances back at the house. Is there anybody that he can see? Like, does he see Caliph?
Nope.
Fearless with Rogar right now.
Oh, right.
You're gonna chase those prints, aren't you?
Yeah, I think
They
that's what
are
he would do.
small. They are smaller than your feet. Like, you're not really accustomed to human feet, so you're not really sure whose prints those might be.
Okay, but they don't
They're
look like
smaller
creature
than
feet.
yours.
Like they
No,
don't look
they
like
don't look like-
taloned.
They look like bare human feet.
Okay,
Like very small.
I would chase. I think he would chase that because I think he's in like a state of desperation, and when you're in that state, you're not really thinking logically. Like, and
Excellent.
the little chance that it could be Mirabelle, he would just go for it,
All right.
full speed ahead.
You head off into the dark. So, Caliph, you're kind of glancing out the window idly while Rogar is communing with the spirit. Reveal yourself. Ah, come to me. Ah, sure. The power of Shillenlar compels you.
The power of Sharon.
Caliph, you're glancing out the window. You see Stong just run off into the darkness.
She's gonna go to the window and stick her head out and yell, "Stong, where are you going?"
Okay, you start to stick your head out the window when the window slams shut
Whoa.
abruptly,
Let's shatter that.
narrowly not chopping your head off. You gonna cast Shatter on the window?
Teach it a lesson.
Listen, we all gotta act in our characters,
open it
ourselves. Stong's gotta chase his possible daughter footprints. Kayla's gotta shatter something.
Stong was more respectful to the house, I guess. Than,
Oh yeah,
Kayla
nobody implied that you wouldn't be.
oh no, I just be like,
Yes,
Kayla's
you
like
cast
shatter. Yeah.
Yeah,
Right
that's
up
very Kayla.
The glass of the window shatters outward. Rogar, you're standing right there, communing with the spirits. You
Right.
hear the telltale sound of the shatter spell going off, and then a bunch of glass.
If you can hear me, give me a sign.
You also, yeah, you also blow off the wooden shutters on the outside that had closed in. Blow them off,
Nice.
It's okay, my
giving
dad
you
just left me
now
a
a,
bunch of tools. I'll pay
a
for it.
relatively open space to get through. There are still some jagged shards of glass poking up.
Stong, where are you going?
Do I hear her?
No.
Sorry, just keep running.
Well, you hear no, you didn't hear anything. There might have been an explosion, but you didn't hear it.
So Caliph is gonna turn back to Rogar and is like, "Stong ran off. I'm gonna follow him."
Okay, and you look back out the window, and someone is staring at you.
What?
Oh.
A grizzled, black and bloodied face is just leering at you through the window.
Oh dear.
Shatter.
Barrett?
It looks vaguely familiar, but it's covered in blood and gore, and so it's kind of hard to tell.
Who? Okay. Does she have the presence of mind to try and see who it is?
Make a wisdom check.
We went
Or
from
a wisdom
like
saving throw.
we went from aliens to like Amityville horror. Like
Yeah.
this pocket dimension sucks.
Seriously.
22.
Well, you're inside an Astral Dreadnought. What did you expect?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess not this, but
What'd you get on your save there, Emily?
22.
Okay, yes, Caliph is able to maintain her calm. The zombie arms start reaching through.
She
And
should be scared of those.
when the
She's
creatures
like, "Oh, it's
Yeah.
comfortable
you,
now."
that is when you recognize And Aiden says, I just want to help.
But whoa.
He's going to try and grab you.
Go ahead and shatter after
I
all.
love how we
No.
joked how Eric was going to kill us last episode when we jumped inside the Astral Dreadnought. And then now it feels like he's like, of course not going to kill you when you go in the haunted house inside the Astral Dreadnought.
AC
For those
18,
new to
does
this-
that get you, Caleb?
It does.
Okay, he grabs you by the shoulders and hauls you toward the window. Rogar,
Caleb.
Hi. Well, for
you're
the
there. Give me a sign. And then Kalis is standing there, and she's like,
Hi.
"Hey, I just saw Stonk." And then something grabs her and pulls her toward the window abruptly.
do I see enough to know it looks zombie-like?
No, you don't see what's holding her.
Oh, okay. Well, I rush to her.
Okay, she's up against the window, and whatever is trying to pull her through is like pulling her back slowly,
Okay,
pushing her through the window.
and,
Okay.
Yeah, your wings, it's kind of pulling, then your wings is starting to
Well,
do the
like,
do the cat and the carrier
let
thing.
them out.
do I
make a strength saving throw, Caleb.
Hi, Rogar.
All right, go on, Randy. What are you doing?
do I have a line of like firing out the window at it past
Nope.
Caliph or her wings?
No,
Okay,
she's taking up the whole space.
I
You
cast
can't see it.
I cast Sanctuary on Caliph.
Okay,
Ooh, nice.
what'd you get on your save, Caleb?
17.
Okay, you managed to pull yourself free of the grasp pulling you out the
Strength
window,
one of panic.
and you come staggering into the room. You run into Rogar. You both look around. Nothing in the window. Cecilia and Sturge, you're upstairs, locked in Cecilia's bedroom with Cyril. Cyril
Yes.
is there too. Cyril
You know-
is looking up at Tiny, like
No.
his
Cyril,
tail
what is going
wagging back
on?
and forth.
I'm going to just like tuck him under my arm and be like, what is
Aw.
going on? Do that like cat hold.
The
It's
cat
gonna-
says, I don't know.
You said we had to get out of here. Why do we have to get out of here?
It's just uncomfortable. There's no food.
The
Aren't you
door's
cold?
not.
cold. Oh, you're
You
really
can't-
warm though.
Okay, oh, okay, that's very nice. You can't eat Tiny.
Whatever you say, Blood Lady.
How do we get the door open? We just blast it? I mean, I'm here for blasting it. Or chopping. I could chop it. Sturge, do you have something?
Oh, well, it's locked, is it?
It's locked. It won't open.
Yeah, it's just
Take out the
not
handle.
budging. The lock
But
doesn't seem to be engaged. It's just the door won't open.
give it a whack with your axe. I think that's what Artemisia would do.
I mean, we're just not going to even talk or think about what Artemisia wants us to do right now because I don't think that there's an answer that she's going to like. Okay. So I hit it with my axe. Do I roll an attack on the door?
Just roll damage on the door.
Door evades you.
It might. I rolled a 1.
Oh! For damage or for an attack?
You know what? Wait.
You could just roll the damage.
Yeah, no, it's a
fine.
6. You're right. I rolled. Sorry, it's a D12. So when the little thing rolled around, I went, oh, that looks like a D20. You're right. It was the 6.
Okay.
6 damage.
All right. So you put a chop in the door.
Is
You keep
it
hacking at it.
I guess so.
All right. You keep hacking at it.
Well, I
Door
guess I could-
ears pop in here.
Okay, D&D Beyond is just messing with me now. And
Yes. You have a faint ache in your ears from the strange pressure in this room.
I don't like it.
Artemisia,
Okay,
you wanted to
we could
remodel
go
anyway,
out the
right?
window. This door seems to be extremely tough. It's definitely the door.
Hmm.
But
Give it
I
another-
think
You hear the sounds of like wind howling outside the window.
oh, can I go look out the window?
While
Or
you're
Sturge, can you
working
go
on
look out the window
door.
because I'm chopping the door?
Sure.
'Cause I'm engaged. Could you go do that?
Yeah.
All right.
Got this
Sturge,
sword in my hand. It's out.
When you are looking out the window, you see trees billowing in the wind outside.
Trees?
Were there trees out there before we came in?
No, I
No.
definitely looked over the rose garden.
There were.
The rose garden.
There were
gets-
not trees.
No. My view was the rose garden.
Oh, okay. Well,
And
there's
what
trees
I'm
out
saying
there.
is you see trees, which you did not see when you were coming in.
Go look. Can I go look at the trees?
I'm gonna try
You
to
wanna
see
leave
through
the door?
them.
I do. I want to go see the
Okay.
trees.
So you leave the door. I mean, there's
chopped it one
a
more
bunch of
time.
chops in it.
I chopped it for 17 the last time. I assume I got one more hit.
Nice.
That one I rolled pretty good. Made up for that
Here's
6.
Johnny. Here's Cecilia.
Oh.
Yeah, you basically you think you can get through the door at this point.
Okay, then maybe forget the trees. Let's just go. I think this is getting really spooky.
I do try to just see through them like they're not really there.
Okay.
I think
so. Their trees are covered in snow, and
wait a minute.
through the
What?
trees you can see some sort of figure.
I do feel like on some level Cecilia might think that Sturge is messing with her, or possibly doesn't know what a rose garden looks like
Give me-
because he
give me a
surprises
min-
her sometimes.
Give me a
These
minute.
burning yellow eyes in the storm.
Yeah, you should definitely come look at this.
Okay. I'm gonna
There's
look
a-
Seem
past
to
the out
gaze
there.
into you and through you.
Oh, I don't. What? This is a bunch of trees.
And
Was outside for real?
fiery eyes and
Yeah.
You
I
see it
mean,
too.
that's also really weird. What is that? Can we tell what it
Um,
is?
Seems to be coming close.
Oh,
Oh,
that's not
You'll
good.
find
must
out
have
soon.
talked to us.
Should we open the door and just like I can blast him from up here? Seem like
Uh,
it has wings. Does it have wings? Is it levitating?
No, it just seems to be very, very large.
Yikes.
Like the
So-
eyes are at least 20 or 30 feet in the air.
That's how tall it is?
It's just gonna stick its head in the window. That's not good. Can
It's approaching.
we open the window?
No.
Maybe. What, do you want me to blast through the window? I guess if I blast through the window, it might like take some shards of glass with it. Maybe.
Okay. Just
Okay. Okay. Let's just
Again, we
ready
get
it.
back
Let's
to
just
the
ready it.
eternal question of does Eldritch Blast actually affect objects? Yeah,
That's right. Inanimate objects.
it does. It does. It's fine.
I'm happy to open the window first, but Sturge won't let me.
go ahead. Here, I'll help. I'll open it. You blast.
All right.
So I'm picturing like Cecilia grabs the window to pull it open, and Sturge is like, "Hold on!" And now you're both holding the window. And the thing you hear out in the midst of the storm, the swirling snows, a deep, resonant voice says, "Emissary."
Oh no.
Oh. Oh
Yeah.
God.
Okay,
What,
I don't-
why do
It's
you
a
say, oh
Bogomont.
no? What does that mean?
I think it's talking to me.
Em-
All right.
It,
Yeah.
do I recognize what this thing is at all?
Not really.
That's not good. I don't know whether I can
So
blast it.
could you describe it? All we know is eyes and really tall.
These burning yellow eyes in the midst of the storm. You can't see any other distinguishing features.
Oh.
So maybe
Okay.
it's two
Um,
like small
ground-
monsters
the-
with like little lights on them.
The house
Can I-
kind of shakes a little bit
Wait, so if the door's open,
in
I'm,
the storm, and also with a kind of
Jurassic Park kind of thumb.
yeah.
Oh.
If the window's open, it'd be like,
Get the water.
shout. Do you have a
water glass
message?
You're gonna open the window.
Yeah. I'll open
Yeah.
it. Talk
You
to
like-
it.
Storm
Go away.
explodes into the room.
Oh no.
man. Bad idea.
Well, it can't get messier.
I'm gonna need each of you to make a strength saving throw, please.
Oh, that's my worst saving throw.
I mean, if it rains in your bedroom, that's like doing your laundry, right?
basically 13.
Ooh. I rolled a 2 on both my. I rolled 2 2s.
Well
Yes.
then, the storm blows you back into the room. Pieces of wood and shards of glass as the window bursts open follow you into the room. It slams you back against the wall.
Owl flutters up into the.
Both of us,
Chandelier.
I assume?
Yes.
Okay.
Sturge, you take 4 points of damage. Cecilia, you take 3 points of damage.
Did she fly back too?
Oh, yes.
And you see those burning eyes just outside the now hole in the side of the building.
Can I ask what it wants?
And a clawed hand,
Oh.
huge, 6 feet wide, perhaps.
Oh, that's not
starts
okay.
reaching into the room,
All right. This is
specifically
when,
for Cecilia.
this
Oh,
is
that's
when
real bad.
Mr.
So,
Choppy comes out.
Artemisia, You're standing there, and Bo is
Yeah.
standing there,
Yep.
and he says, "Did everything go all right at the fight?"
Yes. But you don't remember Rogar. Who else don't you remember? Who lives here with me?
Who else don't I remember? That's kind of a silly question, right?
Bo,
If I
Bo,
don't
who,
remember them, how could I tell you who I don't remember, right?
Bo, who lives here?
Oh, he's not that smart.
You do.
Yeah.
I do. The other servants do.
Yes. My sister, Cecilia?
Lord Gold lives here, obviously.
Wait, what?
What?
And well, I mean, soon to be. And then he gestures down at you, and you realize that you are large with child.
Oh my god!
The F.
This just became body horror. Oh my god.
I mean, Kaylin. It was body horror with Kaylin.
That's right. I forgot. This so many terrible things have happened. I forgot that was the same session, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Rogar and Caliph, you are in the basically in the drawing room of the house, and there's this window, and there was a creature reaching through at Caliph as Caliph remembers it, although Rogar never saw this creature. What do you do?
Are you all right, Kayla? What was that?
It was Aiden.
Aiden?
It was a zombie. Didn't you see? Aiden was a zombie. Didn't you see it?
How did Aiden get here? Like, for I guess for those who are new to the stream, who's Aiden?
Oh, Aiden is necromancer, not boyfriend of Caleb.
Not boyfriend.
Description.
The necromancer, Johnny Depp looking guy that she hangs out with periodically.
I always think that Aiden thinks he's your boyfriend, but Caliph is like,
Let's
that's
think
not what
that.
this is.
It's more convenient.
And he's been voluntarily replacing some of his limbs with zombie limbs.
Well, I mean, his
Alright.
limbs get destroyed, and then he just does
Oh my
whatever is
God.
the most convenient.
I thought you said zombie lips.
Those two probably.
Not yet.
So
Wait
he could
until
help.
Cecilia chops his face off, though.
He could help scare Sarah.
So, Aiden, what was he doing
Oh.
here? How did he get here? And why would he grab you like that?
I'm not sure. Like, it looked like Aiden, but there's no way he could be here. I don't think that was actually Aiden.
I think it's more doppelgangers. I sense something in the house. Some spirit. I wonder if it's playing tricks on me.
Look, have you been able to get the basement door open yet?
No, I haven't. Oh man, I hope this isn't a poltergeist. I hear they like to make really horrible fart smells and then blame it on everybody.
So you hear a faint crash from behind you.
Definitely not my nervous stomach. So
You realize that a book has fallen off the shelf onto the floor.
There's a
Oh.
isn't there?
And as you watch, there's another book slides out and then falls on the floor.
Is there
Oh.
anything particular about these two titles?
I was wondering.
Well, you're far enough away that you can't immediately see what the two titles are. Do you want to go investigate?
Yes.
Like you're
All
smiling.
right, Caleb.
All right,
Caleb
so
is like,
we'll-
must
we'll
protect
go.
the books.
I will go. I'm just gonna hold my shield up just in case, and in case they start to come off the shelf a little more aggressively.
Yeah, Caleb, you pick up the first one. It's a treatise on magical creatures of the of Faerun, right? And then, oh, okay, a book crits you coming off the shelf.
Oh.
Sorry, I rolled a 20. It
The
does
book's
8 points
revenge.
of bludgeoning damage to you.
You're
How
rolling.
much-
Sorry, 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh,
Oh my
dang.
goodness.
So
You were rolling so
Caleb-
well last round too. Or
Caleb
last
goes
session.
flat on her back, and there's blood trickling down her split scalp.
Oh man.
as a book flew off the shelf and hit you in the head.
What was the book?
That one was Meditations on Warfare by King Azun IV of Cormyr. That's what it says anyway. And then books start flying off the shelf as Rogar predicted. And they come barreling toward him because he's the one who's still standing there. You interpose your shield.
Aye.
Okay, and they start hammering on your shield.
Okay.
Caleb, you can see, sure enough, the fireplace poker lifts up as the books are hammering at Rogar's shield and points underneath Rogar's shield.
Rogar, watch out! Lower your shield.
What?
That's going to be just a 17. So I think Rogar manages to interpose his shield in time, and the poker goes sliding out and sticks into the wall as though projected with a great deal of force.
Okay. Books are still hitting and stuff. Is this what's meant by a book club? When the books try to club you? I heard of it, but never experienced it before.
Caleb is going to yell out, like, just to anyone who's still in the house, like, poltergeist! Everyone get down here!
Suddenly a fire lights in the massive fireplace and starts growing. And like a face appears in the flames.
As sure, of course. What kind of face?
Demonic sort of face.
Of course.
Stong, you're running off into the darkness. Following this trail.
Mm-hmm.
And as you get farther away from the house, you see that the stone rises up into like a little, like a mountain. Like it is rounded upward, and the rocks here are larger boulders. And there is a small cave that the rocks form. And those prints go into the cave.
Okay. So the first thing Stong would do, being of like desperate mind, is he would stick his face close to the hole and yell inside, "Mirabelle!"
Ah! There's a voice from inside.
Is it Mirabelle's?
It didn't sound like Mirabelle.
Well, Stong is going
Mirabelle sounds more like right?
Does this voice sound young or older?
It is a
human?
A woman's voice, and she says, "Hey, stay away from me. Whatever you are, stay away."
Let's see. So Stong is going to say, I don't know who you are, but my name is Stong MacGuck. I'm here to try to rescue the residents of this house on the hill, and I've been following your tracks, and they've led from the house to here.
Stong?
I'm here to help you. Do I know you?
That voice sounded very familiar, and a woman approaches holding a candle in kind of a shaking hand, and the candle illumines her her features, including these two short horns poking out of her head, and you realize that it is Charity.
Yay, she's not. Wait. I was going to cheer, but there's no trusting what just happened.
And she looks worn and tired and like she hasn't eaten in a while. And she says, "Is it really you?"
Yes, it's me. So I rummage in my barrel. Is there any food in there?
I don't know if she should eat food out of your barrel, but
roll a d20.
I guess if you're really hungry.
Oh man, I just can't see like a starving, scared person without at least wanting to feed them, So 11.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Sure enough, there is an apple that is stuck in the barrel.
All right. So I give her this apple and I say,
she looks at the apple, she looks at you, and then she throws her arms around you. She says, "Oh,"
I hug her back.
"you came for me."
I did. Here, eat this. You look famished.
Oh, okay.
Don't ask where it was.
After your
She just starts eating it without asking where it was.
yeah, I don't say anything for a little while. I politely wait until she's done, and then I ask her, "What happened? Where's Mirabelle?"
Just gnawing on it. She has sharpened teeth because tiefling leaves just a few seeds. Oh, and then she eats the seeds.
Yeah, so I wait till after all that, and then I ask her, what happened to everybody in the house, and where's Mirabelle?
Says, "Oh, they're all, oh gods, they must be. I hope they're in the basement.
So they're safe.
Well, that was the plan. Varys took them down into the basement when the spirit attacked. It was some sort of malevolence from the I don't really know. Anyway, but I distracted it and I got out of the house. I don't know how long ago that was.
Time is weird in here,
Okay.
but you did a really good job. I'd like to say that I could protect you and that you should come back to the house with me, but it might be dangerous. Would you like to wait
Okay.
here for us?
Don't leave me alone.
I won't.
Okay.
Are you okay going back to the house and fighting this ghost?
As long as you're there, I think I can do that. And then her eyes widen as she's looking behind you.
So he says, I don't know, he'll say something like,
Yep.
"Oh, well, this is their first time seeing me like this." And
She pats your arm like,
Oh, that's right.
What?
She's terrified of you.
what?
Oh,
Oh, then
also this. Apparently, what's ever behind you.
turns around.
I mean, she is terrified of
Forgot
him,
that
but
part.
she's more terrified of what's coming.
around
Charity,
and
Charity
looks.
is our tiefling housemaid. I don't know if we mentioned that, just for the record.
Anyway, and you see Scaresair floating toward you
Oh, hey.
with this red dragon, like some sort of red dragon carcass slung over her shoulder, like a piece of it.
Hmm.
Like one might be carrying a fish skin.
Okay.
It's a known scary thing.
I don't think I've ever seen anybody carrying a fish skin, but I can pretend like I know what that
Okay.
looks like. Yeah.
Well, okay, so like when you have fish, okay, and you eat all the meat out of it, but you're left with the skin.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like that, except huge.
Hmm.
And it's trailing along behind her. Since she doesn't have any legs, it looks like wings.
Whoa,
are,
that's cool.
Propelling her body.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's cool.
And Charity's like,
I say, oh, calm
Yes.
down.
That's a terrifying thing to see if you have no context, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Even if you do have context.
But she has such a nervous disposition.
Yeah, a little bit.
Multiplier.
Yeah, I try to calm Charity down. I wish Rogar was here for calm emotions. But,
I'm going to need you to make a charisma check, please.
Oh, the charisma
Oh.
checks. Could be an 8. No, this could be a 7.
Great, Charity faints.
Poor Charity.
Right side is she's asleep. She
Calm down, everything's fine.
Oh man. Well. Yeah.
So,
Anyway.
yeah, Scare Sarah comes and finds you with this slight horned woman in your arms.
I say, scare
And
Sarah.
she's like, huh,
It's not what it looks like. This is my friend's house servant, Charity, and she was part of the surviving party in the house, and I found her hiding in this hole.
stop. Are you concerned I might be jealous or something?
I don't really understand your culture very well, but what you just did to your
that
friend
seems
there.
fair.
Yeah, okay. But we're cool.
These are for you.
Oh?
She shoves the dragon skin at you.
Oh my god.
It
I take
clanks.
'em.
And all the scales clank against each other.
And
Wow.
Stong will say, well, thank you, but I thought last night was more of like a mutual thing. Like, this is not what I do
This is
for a
payment
living.
for bringing me back to life.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
Oh,
Thank you. I mean,
She looks at you like you're incredibly dense. And she's like,
it's innocent, naive.
Rebrax was very strong. These scales are very stout. I suspect they will make a fine suit of armor for you.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I appreciate you. That's very thoughtful.
It's not thoughtful, it's payment.
It'll
Okay.
match your red crab too.
It will. I thank you.
Where are the
greatly.
rest of you?
They are back over at the house. So we believe that the house is haunted by a malevolent spirit of some sort.
I see.
Do you know of any such creatures that would inhabit the astral
There are many
planes?
such creatures that could do such a thing.
Well,
Astral Dreadnought has been swallowing creatures and ancient evil artifacts for untold millennia, I'm sure. Could be anything, really.
can I ask you for your assistance in dealing with this creature? But I would respect you if you do not wish to
Why?
involve yourself in this battle.
Why would you respect me, even if I chose the path of the coward?
Oh, you're right. You know, I'm usually just one for letting things be and, you know, live and let live. But
She nudges you with the stump of her arm. Come on. Don't just stand there. Let's go kill an evil spirit. And then she starts floating that way.
wow, after this, I would like to buy you dinner. He follows her. But he brings charity also.
She's got the axe, up behind her head, like leaning against her shoulder. It looks a little absurd, but she's maintaining a certain degree of normality, right?
Yeah. I think Stone will take the red dragon scales and then like wrap his barrel with it for now, or put it inside the barrel, and then pick up Charity and head over to the house and follow her. Here, sir.
There's a lot of red dragon scale attached to a bunch of skin. You could wrap yourself in it, like a bear skin cloak, if you will.
A burrito.
Dragon skin cloak.
burrito.
Burrito is
All right.
exactly what I was thinking.
You can make yourself a dragon burrito.
Absolutely.
Yourself, you, a dragon burrito.
Artemis is not going to be pleased to see you.
Yeah. Stog says a quick "sorry, Artemisia," and then like wraps himself. And then
This is going to be one of those. I prefer the ghost, actually.
Oh. But yeah, he'll head back to the house.
And you start on your way toward the horrors of Briar House. And that is all the time we have for tonight. We're going to leave the second half of the haunting of Briar House to next time.
Nice. Good break.
Yeah.
Break.
I have been Eric Scott to be the campaign for this, or the DM for this campaign, which ranges
You
from
are the campaign.
Kind of are, yeah,
from
totally.
comedy to action to horror to action back to horror and then some more horror. So
Embody it all.
Or to spice it up.
Yeah.
take it away, Aaron.
I'm Erin M. Evans, and so check out our sponsors, Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms at idlechampions.com, and come watch me play Havilar from Idle Champions and the Brimstone Angels novels on twitch.tv /Realmsmith on Friday at, oh shoot, that's not the right time. Sorry. When the tweet says.
Keep your eyes peeled. There'll be.
I'll look it
information
up
about
while everybody else says bye.
Right,
How about
exactly.
I just realized I'm looking at the wrong account here.
I'm Rhiannon Held. I want to thank our moderators tonight, Seldarine and Player Red, Yang Yang for running the tech, and then also leave you guys with a reminder, check out dungeonscrawlers.com and the contest, and you could win having your character written into meeting the Westgate Irregulars.
Hey, I'm Yang Yang Wang. We got a lot of great charities and a lot of great causes that we support. Take a look at the ones that we have like underneath the Twitch stream. There are 4 of them, and if you just click on the buttons, they'll take you to their websites, and they'll tell you their missions. There are too many for me to really cover right now quickly, but they all are terrific causes and certainly worthy of your time.
Thanks to everyone who subscribed to our channel or gave bits. We do this for love, but the money definitely helps keep it going.
And definitely check out the various pages of our website. Lots of little things there. You can check out some of our player journals, and also there's links to explore.
Aye, and the recaps, and Eric wrote a great recap the previous week as well from her. So great like flavor text to add to the story.
Yes, from Heritress's perspective.
Yeah.
Nice.
So gets in a little deeper. So yeah, and of course, most of all, thank all of you for watching and supporting us. Check us out on our YouTube channel as well, and subscribe and hit the bells and all that fun stuff like that. And until next week, stay scrolly.
Check it out. It's at 5 p.m. on Friday Pacific
5
time.
p.m. Friday.
Pacific.
Thank you for your patience.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.